You now tuned into a production by GDQ.
Lovely, you're so lovely, and you love me so tenderly. Magic, your touch is heaven sent. It's like a sweet wave of electricity.
Hey, we back. Activated podcast.
Hello. What's poppin'?
Yee. Happy Sunday, y'all. What's going on?
Good morning.
How y'all feeling today?
Feeling good.
Yee.
Feeling
Okay.
good, feeling great.
This is the Activated Podcast, y'all. My name is Real Walter Ford. And we got us a special guest. We got us our co-host all the way to the left. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, sir. He told me to introduce him, but I want to
All the way
It's
to
your boy
the left.
GDQ the one. You
Yeah.
already know who it is.
Yee. Next to him, we got the one, the only, Six-Side MMA's finest.
Back 2301, man. Yeah, y'all already know who it is.
Exactly.
And then last but surely not least,
But not least, we got our guest today, the amazing, wonderfully talented. You gonna hear about her real soon, Miss Ryn Nicole.
What's going on, guys? Ryn Nicole, singer-songwriter from Long Beach, California.
Yee.
with so
LBC.
much drama in the LBC.
It's kinda hard being-
Hey, that's the first thing that pops in my mind when you think of LBC.
No, for
Exactly.
sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
But-
Thank you for being on the show.
I'm excited to be here.
appreciate
No,
it.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited. It's morning time. I'm awake.
Exactly. I know we got you up early.
Barely.
Talking.
For me.
Barely. Yeah.
Like, I'm fresh from like 4 hours of sleep from work. Oh, I'll say that's only because I'm moving. But I feel
Yeah, we
you.
moving around.
But you know,
They
working.
gotta hear you. Technical
Sorry.
difficulties, y'all.
It's
How
not-
about
I'm
that?
just fucking with you. Yeah.
Better?
Better.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry.
Yup.
OCD.
Like
But
the
you-
Verizon commercial. Good.
You said you was working all night. Now you working this morning?
Yeah.
Hustling,
Nah.
hustling.
Met D-Ray Davis the other night too.
You met D-Ray, bro? That's crazy.
Yeah. I
That's
met D-
crazy.
Yeah, he came in the park the other night.
Yeah. He performing at the American Comedy Company. Gee, I was gonna
Yeah.
go. I had a show, but I was like, dang, I want to make it.
He was cool because like I was actually working in the back like at a table or whatever, and for, like he came for Fetty Wap's performance and shit like that. But like I was just looking like, and I seen like his like not
fro?
trying to be funny, but his nappy ass fro,
Yeah, exactly.
and he was light skinned.
Well, you got bread. You got an nappy, bro.
Wait,
KD, come on.
This is the reason why.
Damn.
Well, I'm saying,
Hey,
I'm
we
saying
ain't-
he got a ring though. It don't matter. You got millions of dollars. You ain't gotta pick your hair.
bro, I feel you. But yeah, anyways,
Look at
really
Jay-Z
quick.
now, bro. Come on now.
I just knew it was that nigga because he was light skinned. He was in the most expensive VIP section with Fetty Wap, and like I said, his nappy ass fro. And I was like, I look like that nigga D-Ray
It's
Davis.
D-Ray Davis. Yeah.
And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, he does have a show here, or he has some shows here. I was like, that is that nigga D-Ray Davis.
Yo.
I don't know who that is.
Really? Oh,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
That's crazy. I gotta put
I'm
you on, man.
uncultured. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian, bro. Hilarious comedian.
You've
Funny.
seen him, like
Yeah,
you've
he's
seen him before.
definitely. He in a whole bunch of movies.
Okay,
He
let
in
me
a whole
ask-
bunch of movies.
really quick.
Give some
Do you
examples.
remember Through the Wire, the video?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
Okay, you remember?
He's in that video.
You remember the horrible movie by Cedric the Entertainer, who's a legend, by the way. Who's one of my idols. Codename The Cleaner.
I have not seen
Okay,
Codename the Cleaner.
You ain't have to
I
see
haven't
it.
either. I'm with you.
Me
on
either.
that.
I
Like,
haven't-
so I was like,
I haven't
no.
seen it either.
I'm
But
defending you, but I do know who he is.
How do you
though.
know it's a bad movie if you've never seen it? What
I heard
kind
it,
of shit is
that's how
that?
bad it is. All right, it was like, don't watch this. But I
Oh.
remember he had a line in there. It was like, if I die, I'm Tupac, but if I live, I'm 50 Cent. You
I
know?
remember that.
That's the only reason I remember. I was like,
remember.
D-Ray in
I've
the movie.
I've actually seen The Cleaner.
Yeah. But
It's probably one of his worst.
but shout out to him though. That's awesome though that you got to meet him. You know what I'm saying?
Did you speak to him or you just saw him in the VIP
No,
section,
like
though?
when the club was in, like we stopped and like talked for like a quick couple seconds.
Yeah.
I would say it was like
Did you tell him you know somebody do comedy? What the keys
Nah,
at? You ain't get no keys, bro?
I mean, bro, because
Let's
I'm
get a
gonna
gym.
be honest, bro. Working at the club,
No,
like,
I know. I'm just playing.
like once the lights come on, it's like we gotta start kicking people out. Like I feel you, bro. You D-Ray Davis, you hilarious. but I'm trying to go home.
But you gotta get out.
Y'all gotta get the fuck out, bro. Y'all gotta, come on, man.
Everybody get equal.
Like, nigga, I know there's nights where you do a show and you be like, all right, after you got the show done, you be like, all right, man, I just want to go the fuck home. I don't feel like fucking with nobody.
That's you every night though, right?
Every night, man. Once the lights come on, all right, bro, fuck out of here.
All right, y'all.
Yeah,
Deuces.
if I ain't rolling with y'all or some shit like that, bye.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
but anyways, though,
I don't
what's
think
good?
yeah.
What's
My
good
bad.
with y'all? No, you good. It's the Activated Podcast, sponsored by Strictly Lit Entertainment, episode 20.
Yeah, you didn't
Once
let them
you
know
go,
what episode
Ryn.
it was, bro.
We just got into
We
it.
20 episodes deep.
20, yeah.
We're about
That's a-
8 months.
that's
in,
a-
8 months.
That's a season, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm thinking I'm thinking we do season 1 is this year and season 2 is next year.
I'm with that.
Every year. It's
Okay,
a
so
new
we'll-
season.
okay.
So
I
we're
like
in the
that.
middle of
So
season
bigger
1.
and bigger beard. Okay.
So
We're doing good.
So what you
We're
thinking?
batting over 500.
I give you that. I give you that.
Half are good, half are bad.
I finally showed up. I finally
Actually, all
showed
of
up
them are good.
to
we
over half of
learning.
them.
We learning, though. We learning. Okay, so that means season 2 about to be extra lit.
Exactly.
Like Seagram's Gin, extra dry. It's gonna be extra lit.
Exactly.
So,
We're
I'm
going
with
to have
that
to bring
shit.
back some old guests, too, so we can see, like, their progressions in the future.
Hell
Look,
yeah.
bro.
I just want to say, Folgers, please sponsor us. We're coffee drinkers here.
before the-
Powered by Folgers.
Before the show came on, we had a huge, very
Powerade.
deep conversation about coffee
Hold
and
on.
how I don't drink it.
Powerade. I'm an avid Powerade drinker. You can send me all the red fruit punches and the berry blast you want. I
You
will
hilarious.
gladly hydrate myself. Powerades through who? Is that their own company?
I think
I
Coke.
think they're, one of them.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Coke
yeah.
I
products.
think they're on. Okay,
Yeah.
wait, that's Gatorade. That's owned by Coca-Cola. Yeah. I don't.
Powerade might be owned by Pepsi then.
Yeah.
I think
Somebody.
it's Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Somebody
because
owned them.
KFC was, they had Pepsi, and that's what we had, I think, was Powerade.
But McDonald's has Powerade.
McDonald's got,
I don't know
got
what
the
it
world.
And they
though.
got. yeah.
Coca-Cola and Pepsi are together trying to take over the world, which they already have.
and Walmart.
Well, Gatorade, if you're best friends with Powerade, y'all can come chill with me.
Both of
I'll
them.
gladly hydrate y'all.
Anybody got a lemonade stand? Just feel free.
Yeah,
I like lemonade.
we're looking for a drink sponsor. I think that's the number one thing. So
Exactly.
you
Y'all
got your
hilarious.
own little, I don't know, smoothies that you make. I'd love to drink one of your smoothies on the podcast.
Well, how do you guys feel about coconut water?
coconut
Nah.
water.
I'm not drinking
It's completely
coconut
wet,
water
okay.
on the podcast.
I'm not with the
Coconut water.
coconut water.
No? Okay, that was
I
that was clear.
actually would take that. I heard that's a great hangover.
It's incredible. All the electrolytes is naturally
I heard it just
occurring.
kill hangover. That's why
Tastes
probably
delicious.
Hey, you want to know what else has electrolytes?
Powerade.
Gatorade. Exactly. That's hilarious. Do you drink coffee? Oh no, you said you drink what?
I chai tea.
Chai tea.
And there's this chai green tea that I'm loving. It's all like the
you tried
antioxidant
chai
benefits
tea?
of green tea, but the flavor of chai
I love
tea,
drink
it's good.
tea.
It's really good.
I never
Hey,
even heard
tea.
of chai tea until just now.
Chai tea-
CHAI, right?
Correct. And plug, you can put French vanilla coffee creamer in chai tea.
Welcome to
and
California,
make a chai tea
Walter.
latte poured over
That's
water
that-
to move.
That's that
like,
Q shit right there.
That's why I was looking over to
That's
him
what
because I
you
knew
should
he'd
do.
feel me
French
on that.
vanilla,
Like,
yeah.
yes.
Q's French vanilla.
French vanilla is
French
the
vanilla
best.
coffee creamer. It is.
That's the way to go.
It's the one.
There's
Y'all
nothing
learning me.
better than it.
Hey, welcome to Q's Coffee Shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Coffee.
What we got? What we
All
got?
French vanilla, only
Only
creamer.
French
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
vanilla.
what I
All
was gonna say.
coffee, only French vanilla.
No plain, no half
creamer.
and half. No,
They gonna
no
have that-
Nothing.
Irish
They're gonna have a
cream.
Ryn Nicole section with the chai tea with the
chai
French
tea.
vanilla.
Check out.
Chai tea latte.
Q's Coffee Shop is gonna be like In and Out. You only got X amount of options. But that X amount of options is French vanilla. Oh, can I get a large cinnamon chai French vanilla?
So you meant to say
Cinnamon chai. Nice, bro.
Cinnamon
You're
chai.
giving us ideas.
French
I
vanilla.
like that.
French vanilla.
exactly.
It's a move.
Oh, so I
Q. I'd
can't-
be with you on that. Like, we could open that.
You know, I can't get regular black coffee. French vanilla. I don't know what else you want.
Starbucks is about to get taken out.
Exactly.
Hey, but
They
you know
not
what?
gonna know.
I guarantee you.
Q's coffee. That sounds like
I
a
guarantee you,
Q's
you'll
coffee.
have a shop. You will still be in business because there's a lot of people that will only drink French vanilla.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
one of them.
Exactly.
So you can guarantee I'll be your customer. Shit.
I just
What?
show up. I'll just be there, drinking whatever y'all got.
We're gonna look back at this episode one day with our coffee shop.
Exactly.
Little did you guys
It all
know
started
that we
this
got
day.
famous off of our coffee.
It was all a dream. We just gonna go.
Okay, so but you guys don't know about Dutch Bros though, huh?
I don't.
Dutch Bros is taken over.
Where are they based? Are they
They're
Seattle?
all in NorCal and up. So,
Okay.
well, Fresno up basically, but they're better than Starbucks, and they are packed.
I say, are they in Seattle?
I don't know.
Are they located? I was say now if you
Seattle
if you
is
They
holding
killed
down.
Starbucks in Sacramento.
Seattle
bro. Killed
is
it.
Starbucks.
That's crazy.
Seattle is Starbucks. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
well known in Seattle, where, bitch, you know how many stores I got?
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
how many-
The base.
How many stores
base?
does Starbucks got?
Well, because the first
too
one ever
many?
was from Seattle, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
it's like
Like,
it's literally, but they
So
have
he
better
owns
coffee
Seattle.
shops there
Yeah, that's
too.
what I'm
Starbucks
Yeah.
has places all over the world, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are fucking the McDonald's of coffee,
Yeah, exactly.
I
And you know
believe
that's the
that.
craziest part is they selling coffee.
and their coffee's not that good either. That's what's crazy. Is like it's
hey,
really
but Starbucks,
It
I
tastes
fuck
burnt.
with you.
It's the
so,
name.
Tastes
I
burnt.
mean, if you want to be a sponsor too, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
You know,
Star Yucks.
Starbucks was brilliant because they made coffee an experience. Like you go out for a Starbucks,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like you're not going out for coffee, so they have like
I
the
only
little
go-
lounges
I
out
only
there.
go there for the
like,
Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
but that's part of the experience,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
you sit
That
with someone,
was-
you chill
yeah.
for a while. They have some music in the
Man.
background, and they sell little CDs from what they're playing.
Mhm.
Like they made it a whole experience. So
I'm
that was
waiting
their
for
move.
People
Starbucks to
smiling.
start selling
Yeah.
edibles, so that's when really.
Yo, that's what they.
that,
What?
That's when
That
you
would be
know
next
they're lit
level.
as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Wait, are
yeah.
they?
You don't need to sell like any type of smoke. Just sell edibles, and people just
Exactly.
go and kick it.
I buy the hell out of a Starbucks weed muffin, bro.
I just
Hit me
don't
with
want it
that.
to have a lot of fucking
Right.
THC in it
Keep
because, bro, I eat like 5 milligrams or grams of fucking like a little tiny edible, and I'm done. Bro. Like, so fucking done.
So
That shit is
you-
so
That's called
crazy.
being economically high.
There's
Bro, you economically. That's being fiscally
Yeah, how many
a
stores?
smoker.
How
or
many
eater.
stores do Star Yucks have? And they're gonna have even more if they start selling fucking pot brownies.
Starbucks has 28,218 locations.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be 28 million once they start selling
Saying
weed.
how many
bro.
countries too? Like how?
Oh, I'm pretty sure
They're
yeah.
probably in
All
over
of 'em.
100 countries.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
fun fact,
Yeah,
we always
fun
talk about
fact.
McDonald's, but the actual number one biggest fast food chain around the world is KFC.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Peop-
Subway.
It's
no, because
KFC.
China and stuff like that love KFC, and China just has like 1.5 billion people,
They have
so
like half
they
the population,
automatically
yeah.
fucking eat more KFC
Yeah,
most
exactly.
likely.
Yeah.
McDonald's has,
Yeah,
as of right now, McDonald's has 35,000. Subway is 44,758.
What's KFC though?
I don't know.
I
I'm
was
gonna-
in
I'm gonna go to
Morocco
KFC.
in the
I'm gonna
middle
go
of
to-
like an old Medina in like Old County
See, Dutch
Marrakesh,
Bros,
and
that's
there's a
hilarious.
KFC
Dutch
It's a-
Bros, right there.
It's a
304.
KFC.
there.
though.
In Marrakesh, Morocco.
Only
yeah,
304
like,
stores.
KFC.
Yeah.
And they're killing Starbucks, bro. Shout
That's
out Dutch Bros.
crazy.
Dutch Bros come to SoCal. I don't know why you guys haven't, because that market it
I
can
ain't
be
never been
booming.
there. Did y'all know the
I have-
KFC dude started when he was 60?
No.
Did you know that's never too old? Yes, 1,000%.
No way.
A
The
thou- okay,
guy-
Look. So
Like
when
Colonel
he's-
Sanders? Is that
Colonel,
who it was?
yeah. I mean, his name, he wasn't really a colonel, but okay. So the dude sold chicken out of his crib, or he sold chicken out of his house, and he had a restaurant, and they told him he was like, it pretty much went bankrupt, and he was like, you ain't gonna do nothing with your life. So he turned 59, and he said, man, fuck this, somebody gonna eat this chicken. So he went up the coast. He obviously from Kentucky, so then he started from like West Virginia or something like that, and just went up the coast selling the recipe. So he didn't really like sell chicken; he just sold the recipe to people. So he found a place, like a dude that was like, "I'll buy your recipe," and he used to sleep in his car, and he did it for I think like a year and a half, and he just went from like every single restaurant up the East Coast. He went all the way to the top, like to New York or something, and then came back down. And then he met somebody,
So
and
he
then he
just
was
said,
like,
fuck Maine.
exactly, yeah. I don't
Vermont.
think, yeah, exactly. I don't think them. They
He
up
was
there by-
born in 1890, but KFC was founded in 1930.
Yep.
So he was only 40.
Okay, so he wasn't quite
okay.
60.
Sorry.
Well, he was, well, my bad. Well,
Hey, no, we
so he was only
fact-checking
40.
Walter. We
Yeah, exactly.
fact-checking
Fact-checking
Bro,
Walter.
me.
I worked for
I'm going off-
KFC,
I'm
bro.
going off
I
what
was
they
the
told me.
assistant manager. I'm their rep, bro. I'm trying
Put
to get
some respect
sponsored
on my
by
name.
KFC.
Well, I'm
We
going
gotta
off
tell
what they
Colonel
told me.
Sanders the
Put
right
some
way,
respect
bro.
on my name.
Well, I'm going off what I heard. My bad. So he was 40, but still though. So he said,
Yeah,
"Fuck it,"
yeah.
and then he found somebody to. Essentially, everybody told him you stupid, and he found a dude that would start selling his or bought his recipe from him, and then eventually it became like the biggest restaurant in the little area. Yeah, exactly. And it was like a little small area, And then a millionaire dude came and was like, yo, I'm going to buy this recipe. And then bam, he like franchising and stuff.
Yeah, the person
75 countries.
For McDonald's, Starbucks, 75
Starbucks,
countries.
75
Starbucks is
countries.
That's
75
impressive.
Six continents. Obviously, I feel like we know what the seventh continent is.
I'm saying.
KFC only
Antarctica, they
has
finna get
18
it?
or 20,000 stores, and then in 119 countries.
Damn, 100. That's still a lot
Bro.
of languages of chicken. You can say
Yeah,
chicken in a
no,
lot of
so
different
I
languages.
was, yeah, I confirmed I was right. KFC is the biggest, like most widespread.
Say
Could
chicken.
you imagine being in charge, like, or owning 30,000 stores,
Yep.
restaurants, whatever?
Yep.
What would it be?
I sell
Chicken.
Yep, or chicken. Or that's so universal, bro.
Think about how smart chickens are, bro. They I'm serious. Think about this. Chickens are like the most common like animal, like bird everywhere in the world. And,
Yeah.
And like they're tasty as fuck. I'm telling you, bro.
That's so fucked
This
up. How
is-
he was like, "Yo, they're so smart as
Really?
hell,
Chickens
but
are.
they taste
Because they
good
taste
as
it.
fuck."
Evolutionary thing, like they're good to eat, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And they're
Like in a
healthy.
scientific
Yeah.
way, them motherfuckers are fucking intelligent in an evolutionary standpoint.
Yeah, oh,
I thought-
yeah.
I thought Q was
That's
about
some
to
engineer
start
stuff.
being a spokesperson for like
He said
the
chickens
National
are fine
Chicken
as fuck.
Association, but then he just went straight to, "Hey man, Popeyes,
Eat all the chickens.
Bojangles, Church's Chicken.
Exactly.
Hey, holla at me. I'm your boy KFC. What's good?"
There's
BBQs,
19
Kenny's.
billion chickens in the world. What the fuck?
How many
bro?
get consumed
How
every
many
day?
are
Like,
genetically created? Though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
Genetically
like,
created? What do you mean?
what you
Like,
mean?
bro,
Cloning.
Yeah.
they don't clone chickens, bro. I promise.
Shit. I mean,
But
maybe.
they pump them up with fucking like
Hey.
factory farming is bad.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's talk
That's what he's talking
let's-
about,
We
factory
have
farm
to have an
chickens.
interesting conversation about chickens and vegetarianism and veganism because
Yeah.
dude,
But I'm not.
chickens-
None of us are those. So
No,
we
I'm
need
a
to find-
recovering
People have
vegetarian.
been
I used to
eating-
be a vegetarian. But
Oh,
that-
recovering. Okay, I
it's
like
over.
that.
It's
Dude,
over.
people have been eating chicken for a long fucking time.
Hell
chicken
yeah.
and fish, bro. These little small tasty creatures, bro.
God
I'm telling
blessed us
you,
with.
exactly, bro. That's fucking natural as fuck.
It
Like,
is. You
us
just put some
eating-
fire to their ass.
People
and then,
don't understand that, like agriculture, like we were eating meat and random shit before we were farming fruits and fucking vegetables.
Oh
okay?
yeah.
Like,
Well, it's because we were just picking them because they were already growing now. Think about like the berry bushes. They were already there.
yeah, but
Exactly.
them
We didn't-
motherfuckers, most of them ate chicken and fish, bro. I'm telling you, fish,
Most
bro.
of
It's
them
like fuck the
motherfuckers,
hunter-gatherers.
they
They,
didn't-
never
yeah, they didn't-
existed. We
they
just
was
came
like-
out as hunters from the
Yeah.
beginning, right?
We
Like-
were. I mean, that's the only thing you can
I
do,
mean-
bro. Is
I mean,
people lived by water, so the primary thing they ate was fish.
No,
Like,
yeah, I feel
fish
that.
is the number one thing people probably ate for their whole life, for a long time, for hundreds of
Exactly.
thousands of years.
They just had a lot of omega 3s, so you know they was. That's
Exactly.
why they were so ready to go. Had
that's
great
my,
vision.
that's my
probably.
chicken and fish rant about why
Exactly.
you should eat meat. But
You went-
at
feel
the
like-
same time,
can you
beef
live-
is hella bad from like a environmental standpoint because
Right,
of
the methane gas. And
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Now-
they fart and stuff, right?
Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, bro.
Essentially, farting.
Now that I think about it, this nigga does eat a lot of fucking chicken, bro. When we were roommates, bro, he had 2 meals that he pretty much ate every day: spaghetti, chicken and rice.
Fire.
Same shit.
As the go-to.
Nutritionist as fuck, bro. Like
Hey,
I could eat that shit my
As
whole
his
life.
roommate,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna complain because every time he was like, "Hey, bro, you want the rest of this?" Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah. Let me get some of that.
Let me get the rest of that spaghetti, or like, yeah.
Do you
I
throw in
think-
some spinach or some squash or like brown
I was
rice
just
every
gonna
once
say,
in a
what's
Here's
the
the
while?
thing.
Like,
I love vegetables and fruits. I eat fruits every day.
Mhm.
Every day I eat fruit for my lunch, and then I always eat onions, bell peppers, jalapenos. Like put them
Okay,
in my
cool,
stuff.
Jalapenos.
Broccoli,
yeah,
you
that's
know
how
what
you
I'm
know you
saying?
got-
Like
you
I
got
love
Mexican
vegetables.
Jalapenos.
I'm not hating on like veganism or vegetarianism because I would be vegetarian. Like I'm gonna eat less meat as I get older, but I'm never gonna not eat chicken.
It's so
this is the one that I
hilarious
can't give
that
up.
Tim
Like,
said
the
the
one
same.
white person is advocating for chicken on the show. That's why I love this.
Shit, Tim said the same shit. He was like, I can give up everything else, but I'm not giving up chicken. Y'all can kiss my ass for that.
That's so funny, Jay. That's so funny.
Dude, what
It's a
if,
thing-
what if somebody
Chickens are-
paid you? What if somebody paid you to never eat chicken again?
I don't know.
You got a residual check.
chicken has hella protein, bro. I'd be afraid of me not eating chicken after like for 5 years or whatever, bro, because I eat chicken so much and it gives me so much protein. I'm afraid when I stop having chicken,
You're gonna be like super skinny.
yeah, I'm just
You gonna
gonna
be thin out?
stop feeling good, you know.
That's so funny, dude.
I'll end my rant on chicken.
And your rando chicken.
I'm saying KFC, bro. Like
That was
he
amazing.
worked for y'all. He know how
Yeah.
y'all get down.
He got
Like,
real passionate about that. I felt it in his soul. He's that soul, that heartstring pull. He was like, chicken. Let me tell you something.
hold up now.
So Ryn, you heard the foods we like to eat.
Yes.
What?
I did.
What foods do you like to indulge in?
Favorite food group, I guess. This is even a food group, but favorite thing for sure are like shellfish. Like I love,
Shellfish.
yeah, like clams, mussels, lobsters.
Mussels.
Well,
let me tell you
got-
something
Mussels are my
about that.
absolute favorite.
So you eat
like mariscos, right?
You
Okay,
shouldn't
biceps?
eat that. That shit has hella heavy metals, shellfish and stuff like
It
that.
does. It does. So
Yeah.
it's something you can have every single day, like chicken, right? Like
Yeah.
it isn't at that level, but when you do have it, it's so decadent and indulgent that it's something that I enjoy having, once or
Yeah,
twice a
that's
week.
cool.
Like,
That's yeah.
But I love
feel
it the
that.
best.
I
Like
hate shellfish.
I can
We're
clearly see that.
mortal
Is it because
enemies.
of the? Is it
I've
because
never
of the
ate
pollutants that are in it?
shellfish.
You've never
Yeah,
had
I've never-
clams. You've never
I'm-
had
No.
like clam chowder.
I've never
No.
had any of that either.
No.
Never.
That's
Are
some
you guys
Indiana
serious?
Hey, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, keep in
What's-
mind we're
That's a
from
cat
Indiana.
We not by the
we
water?
live- yeah, we're by the
So you
ocean.
guys like catfish only type thing? Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
trout.
catfish.
You guys
And
eat a lot of
whited,
trout.
whited fish,
No, I'm eating catfish, G.
catfish and whited fish.
And what's that fish that's created? Perch.
Tilapia.
Tilapia. Yeah, I'm
Tilapia
eating
is
tilapia.
created.
You know, I'm pretty sure tilapia is not a real fish.
It's not.
It's
Yeah,
not.
exactly. So I'm
not.
eating that. No, I'm just.
Man, this
I'm
is
just playing.
fantastic.
I'm eating
Okay.
Catfish. But no.
But I thought like crawfish boils were things that are like.
That's more like down south.
Yeah, that's some. That's country.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
we,
more of
we
the
country,
bayous.
but we're
Sorry.
not country.
Yeah.
No offense to people in the South, the SOUF.
No, crawfish boils are great. Like,
But okay, mussels.
Okay,
Go
here's-
back to
really
mussels.
quick.
mussels are my
I
most
got it.
favorite.
I'm gonna
What are
explain.
mussels? You talking about
Sure.
like
Country.
mussels?
Which one?
Yes,
mussels
yeah,
or country?
I'll say really quick. We're country as in COUNTRY.
Sure.
Down south it's KOURNTRY.
Yeah, that's country.
country.
What do you?
That's the difference.
Okay. I
Tilapia
follow.
is a real fish. I'm confused.
No, it's not. It's like mojarra, right? Like in Spanish, like that fish. It's not actually like a type of fish, not a species of fish.
This
It's
shit
just like a
says
term
that
to
the
use.
aquaculture of tilapia goes back to ancient Egypt.
Hey man, I don't know.
Tilapia was a symbol of rebirth in Egyptian art.
But what's
I'm
the website that
Yeah,
you're reading right now?
exactly.
Because if that's Wikipedia or whatever, people can
It
change
is.
that. But like tilapia,
Yeah,
like,
he
it
said it is.
and I'm
See,
not even with my
Wikipedia.
phone
just
right now. But
confused.
tilapia
Yeah,
is
no.
not like a fish species.
Yeah, look it up, bro.
Don't
Look it up.
fact check me, but I'm
don't-
pretty certain.
Don't Wikipedia right now, but okay. So back to the you eat mussels and
That's
shellfish.
my most favorite. Yeah, I love shellfish.
That's the way to go.
Like paella, right? Like which is like a bunch of different seafoods that are in a pasta. It's like a traditional dish from Catalonia
Okay.
in Spain.
Okay,
like
see-
Barcelona.
see,
I
like,
know it's not good.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
Fish to eat.
I was
Everyone
like,
got really quiet.
You gotta explain that
Tilapia's
was.
okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
none of us knew what that was. He was like, wait,
Okay.
what? The-
Shellfish.
I love shellfish. That's my most favorite. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay,
crazy.
let's go. I also really like lamb.
lamb chops.
I had lamb once.
Jamaican food, Caribbean food, like curry goat. Love curry goat.
I ain't had no goat though. I'm trying to
had
be
goat?
the goat.
I don't eat goat. I don't eat goat. I don't.
Have you
eat
tried it
lamb.
though?
Yeah,
I
I
ate
don't. I
deer.
don't really.
I
And
ate
have you
deer.
had it Jamaican preparation with like
No, it
West
might be
Indian
good.
curry?
Yeah. Shout out to the Jamaican.
Have you ever
Yeah,
just like
man, they
you
have-
know,
they
Don't let
cook really
Hakeem
well.
hear you say
Bro.
some shit like
Exactly.
that.
Hakeem put me on mangoes, bro. That's what I got from the Jamaican culture was mangoes. Salt
Mangoes
and
are
pepper
incredible.
on mangoes. Yeah, that shit's
Mangoes?
salt and
fire.
pepper, not like chili and like.
And
salt.
yeah, whatever he was telling me to put on it, I put on
You
it.
just
and
ate
it.
it.
was good as fuck.
It
And
was
I
some
eat
seasoning.
mangoes almost every
He knew-
day now.
he knew it
Mangoes
was
are
some
delicious.
seasoning.
That's my
It was some
favorite
kind of
fruit.
seasoning.
Yeah.
The thing that
Shout
you know
out
the
to
bottle
mangos.
the bottle that say Jamaican seasoning. You just
It's so funny.
Shout out to all my
No,
Jamaicans.
mangoes are incredible.
But,
That's
I've
hilarious.
never
I don't
been to
eat
Jamaica.
mangoes.
There's like
I've
different
never
flavors.
eaten
So there's like red mangoes, like orange, yellow. There's like different species of mangoes
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I like the orange mangoes. I don't like the Alfonso mangoes or whatever.
The little ones.
The little, yeah. Like
Is
the
it because it's too
Mexican
small? It's like a
mangoes.
tease.
No, it's too like sour for me. Like I
Okay.
like the sweetness of the green
big
and the
juicy.
red. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like cut it up and it's so good.
You teaching me because I didn't even know fruit had different species and relatives
Come
like that.
on,
You know
did
fruit-
I mean,
know
I
that,
mean,
like,
I know,
apples,
I mean, I know
right?
that you can have different,
No,
like
you
different
did know
apples.
that.
and
Because
know
like
stuff.
apples, you have the
fruit is
Granny
the
Smith, you have like
ovaries
the
of
big snow
plants.
white apple.
Yeah, you're
Like-
right. You're right, but I didn't know
Mango,
mango.
like
You said fruit is the what?
Fruit is the ovaries of the plant. I promise
that makes
you.
sense.
I
Yeah, that makes
promise
sense.
you.
It
I
is.
promise
Yeah, it
you.
is. That makes
Bro,
sense.
think about how smart fruit is too.
Yeah.
Like how intelligent. Dude, listen.
Fruit and
The
chicken. Like,
sweetness.
fruit and
It's
chicken are
not just
smart.
us who eats it. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
That shit from an evolutionary standpoint, bro.
You've been going evolution
Fruit
all
is
day.
smart because fruit populated itself all over the world, bro. Like
Exactly.
these different types. Mangoes are everywhere. Look at how smart they are. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like,
Well, I
that
mean,
shit's
if you believe in
crazy.
God or the universe,
Everything.
Exactly. He's just like bloop bloop bloop. We're gonna put this here.
But
for
you know they're
But you're
not
right, though.
everywhere though. I hate to be that guy, but they're not. They totally only grow in regions
That's what I
like
was-
No,
certain
they do.
regions.
They do.
and we
They
just
Where they
only
can
them
grow
survive
in
at.
They're not
tropical
everywhere.
regions and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that, like,
They
yes,
had to
like
get
there
bananas,
fruit is everywhere.
bananas
I don't
can
think there's
grow
not mangoes
here,
native
though.
in California. Like,
What you
that's
saying?
not a
Fruit
thing.
is everywhere. Is what you're saying? Like fruit can. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in different parts. We got
Bro,
apples.
They
They
have
got
apple
apples.
trees
We got,
everywhere. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying. Yeah, there's certain things that are everywhere, and it doesn't matter that the mango is where it's grown. I mean, well, it does because we took over like those countries, and we've already talked about the United. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
stole their fruit.
Yeah,
But what
yeah.
I'm saying is fruit is good enough to be eaten from.
Everywhere.
It's grown in the fucking where it's supposed to be grown and shipped to us because that shit's fire as fuck.
Facts.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
right.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to fruit. Any fruit want to sponsor us? Come holler at me, pineapple.
Especially mangoes. Right?
pears.
Yeah, exactly. Pears. That's funny you see. So we be talking about fruit and food and stuff. We ain't talking about our guests.
Anybody hungry?
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to worry about breakfast now. We ain't even.
Shout out to chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to chicken. So,
to pears, apples, and oranges.
so Ryn, you said you are based out of Long Beach,
Yes.
but are you from there?
No, I'm not. I'm actually originally from here in San Diego.
Uh-oh.
So I moved to LA a couple years back to
Transplant.
study and also to study and to pursue music in my career, and I've been there in LA County ever since. So, yeah, but I
Okay.
currently live in Long Beach and it's pretty awesome. On
How's
the water.
traffic?
Going which direction?
Yeah,
that has to
exactly.
be the question. If you're a true Californian, if you're a true LA person, you're like, well, it depends what time and what direction am I going, right? So
All the directions at any time.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time
Other
I've
than-
been to LA, it didn't matter where the hell I was going. I was in
Exactly.
traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't
no,
matter
but
the
like,
time either.
yeah, I mean,
You know how
even-
long
yeah.
it took me to get from Long Beach to North Hollywood, bro? When we was,
No, that's a move. That's were you? Oh, okay.
bro,
Gotcha.
it said 20 miles. Took us an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think it's 40 miles.
Doesn't matter.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I was in
exactly.
traffic longer
Than
than what I was
miles.
supposed to.
That's
yeah.
still a long, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That's
move.
long
You
time.
fuck with LAQ?
What?
You fuck with-
Dude, have you guys seen the SNL skit, The Californians? Like, and they're like, they talk about like LA, and they're like, you take the 10 and you go like east, and then you take the 405, and then you get off on Santa, like shit like that. And
Mhm.
it's so funny. You guys have to watch it. That's
It's
just what
real
it's
LA
from.
Bro,
stuff.
I just said
It's
it.
real LA stuff. You
I
got to
thought-
take 18 streets, is what you're saying.
But
25.
they only
Okay.
talk like that in Southern California. We don't really talk like that in.
But you still say the for freeways, so
No,
right?
we
You
don't. Not
you guys
in-
just call
not
it
in
you
Northern
call it
California.
I-5 or
Yeah,
whatever.
we call it like
Take the
business
8.
80, or we call
You're
it
not Californian
I-5.
then.
No, that's how we talk in Northern California.
Then
no
you're not
one
Californian.
in Northern
Because Californians, the way that we talk, we name our freeways the. So you know we're talking about the 15.
in
Uh-oh.
Southern
Or the
California.
405
Is
or
this
the
a northern,
110.
northern southern
It
class?
must
It's
be.
only-
You're
it's-
now Southern Oregon because
Yeah.
the Californians say the for our freeways.
Only Southern
That's how you know.
Californians. When you
Uh-oh.
go up to
We might have to
when you
agree
go
to
up to
disagree.
like the Bay Area or Sacramento or even
They say
north of
that too. The Bay.
I think they just say hyphy.
No, they don't say that.
They just say tell me when to
They
go.
say hyphy. Yeah. They say yee a lot.
They
You
do.
you go down the car. Yee. Like,
That's what you be saying in text message, bro.
Yeah.
I thought your A button was just broke.
Oh.
It just, it just yee. I'm like, oh, okay. He meant yeah. Okay,
that's
bet. I did not know that.
Like yee. You didn't, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I
bro.
never knew. I've been there, never. But back to living in LA though. So you've been
Yeah.
up there for a while now.
I have a couple of years. Yeah, well, more than a couple, but yeah.
Okay, more than a couple
Yeah.
years.
Almost, I think 8, 9.
And since you've been there, you've been pursuing music.
Yes, I moved to LA to study, right, and to also pursue music. Ended up living overseas for a little bit, so that happened. But I was actually playing. I lived in Spain for a while when I was
Okay.
in
That's
Madrid.
dope.
That is dope.
Yeah,
Over
I
there.
was like, let me just go ahead and just say it. Like, I lived in Spain. It was amazing. So definitely speak Spanish, which is why I was talking about paella, which is from Catalonia, right? So Barcelona, part of Spain. that region. But yeah, so I did that, traveled, ended up kind of developing a passion for travel. So I definitely distracted myself from doing music with traveling. I've now been to 20 countries. So
20 countries?
yeah,
Shit.
and I'm going to two brand new ones. I'm going to Argentina and Peru next month, actually.
What?
So I did work and I did travel, and so music did kind of take a little bit of a backseat, just because life got exciting in other areas
Hey, you
too.
gotta
But this
enjoy
year
life,
it's
man.
back.
Like-
No,
Exactly.
you have to. And like, I don't regret what I've done. Like my experiences and what I've seen for sure have influenced my music. So
Exactly.
I'm back full time. 2018 has really been about getting back on what I'm supposed to be doing. So I feature every single month in different places in LA. I'm on stage about 2 times a week on a slow week, sometimes up to 4 times a week, and I have been at that pace since February of this year. So yeah,
So
I'm
you
back
in
doing
the
what I'm
trenches.
supposed to be doing. Yeah, and I'm so.
That's
It's been
awesome.
real.
Really quick, then, can you name off all 20 countries real quick?
Sure. Yeah, I can.
3.
Let me
2,
go in. Yeah,
1,
I want to go by
go.
continent, right?
Oh,
So, because
continent.
just in order to make sure I get them all.
Oh.
So, in Africa, I've been to Morocco. In Europe, I've been to Prague, Spain, Portugal,
Woo.
Italy, France, Netherlands, Belgium.
Netherlands, okay.
Yeah.
I know, okay.
In the Middle East, I've been to Turkey. I've been to Greece, which is back in Europe. What am I saying? I've been in South America. I've been to Brazil. I've been to Cuba, Mexico,
Cuba.
Canada. The Vatican is also considered a country, so that's one of them too, which is in Rome. The smallest country in the world. Fun fact. U.S.
The Vatican is technically a
The
country.
Vatican's
The
a
Vatican
country.
doesn't pay taxes to
And no
Yeah,
one can
this-
be born in the Vatican. It's the one country where you actually can't be born there. Random fun facts that my
I
mind is
mean-
full of.
Wait. Why can't nobody be born there?
Because there's no hospitals in the Vatican, but there is a post office. You can send mail and receive mail to the Vatican, to that country.
I mean, can't you just, okay?
So if you
can't
just
have
press
So
it,
if she
you
just
just
like crosses the border from Rome to the Vatican, which is the Vatican's surrounded by Rome, I guess if she just wanted to like do it on the steps, I guess you could be born in the
Yeah,
Vatican, but there's no
but
hospital in the
legally,
Vatican. Like
there's no doctors there to be like,
to
let's have
certify
birth.
that you were born in the Vatican?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
mean, it's a
can't-
building, ain't it?
well,
or
yeah,
not
the
a building,
Vatican,
but it's an
It's
area.
like,
Yeah.
well, it is. It's pretty much it's where the Pope lives.
Exactly.
You
It's
know,
just
and,
like an area.
yeah.
It's just like a building, G. It's just not like a. Yeah, it's just like a.
Well, y'all were saying it like it was like a city or like a.
No, so
country.
imagine
No,
because like
yeah.
Rome is a city in Italy, right? So the country's Italy, but within Rome, there's an area that's the Vatican where the Pope lives, where he resides.
Exactly.
And
it's
so
like his
that
crib.
they
It's
have
like-
made that
okay.
area like another holy land and made it. Its
I used
own
to think
country.
Washington D.C. was like that.
Me too. I was like, oh,
growing
this the
up,
crib.
I was like, so Washington D.C. I just thought it was just the president. Like that's where the president lives.
And nobody else lived there.
Yeah,
Me too, bro.
because
yeah.
it's like obviously Washington D.C. is, it's the District of Columbia, and you're like, so is the District of Columbia a state? No, it's just the area.
Yes.
So I can't I can't put my address District of Columbia.
Right. No, you're either in Virginia or Maryland. Like you're in
Yeah.
one of the other states.
And I'm
but,
like, well, how the hell does that work then? Like,
exactly. What if
why-
you're born in the White House?
so why can't I just make my house? Why can't I just make my house like McCallum's Manor?
Exactly.
Like nobody can move here.
Nobody can
Only
be born
me.
here.
This
It's
is
my country.
own. Yeah, this is my own address. This is my own rules. But I can't do that. Like,
No,
so
'cause you
I
ain't the
always
Pope.
thought that shit was like that's weird as fuck. But
You ain't the
something
Pope.
cool about DC with the musicians out there now, like Wale and them, right, that are from that area. They've now renamed the area DMV,
Mm-hmm.
and that name is kind of caught on, and that's to kind of give that camaraderie to people that are from the Virginia area, but that's more by DC or the Maryland area by DC. So
Yeah, I heard of
you can't-
that's
DMV.
happened, I think,
you
to yeah.
you can't ask nobody. Are you from Maryland? No, I'm from the DMV. Isn't Maryland included?
Only parts of it. I think it's
Nobody.
the parts that are like
Yeah.
nearest to that DC area.
But I'm
Exactly.
saying
right,
like,
if you're from Baltimore, you're from Baltimore.
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean.
gotta
But like, if you're
represent.
from,
But
Hair
you
wrong.
gotta finish telling us where you
I
went.
don't give a fuck about
I
the
don't
East
even know what
Coast.
number
Fuck
I was
the
on. I
East
think-
Coast.
Okay.
yeah, it's like that's
What-
what's come to mind at this moment. But yeah, so
Well, you never told us where you finished
falling?
going because
Is
we
it
was at the
falling?
Vatican.
Is it
I
And then
think
we cut you off.
I
Oh,
what
that's it.
number
Oh
was I
my
at though? I was like, yeah,
I
were you
forgot.
guys counting? I was like, I think,
We lost numbers.
yeah. So
Well, you said Canada, man. You pretty
Yeah,
much stopped at like
Vancouver.
the Vatican because you was like the Vatican. Fun fact.
Yeah, I think you named because you went by continent. You
Have
already
you,
been.
you
already
haven't
said
been
Canada.
into
16,
any
17.
Southeast Asia countries?
I've
That's,
not,
like,
but I do want to
big
do
thing
a
right
trek
now.
around Nepal, like the base.
Yeah.
Like not Everest.
A lot of
but,
people
like,
are
the
going to
base
like
around.
Indonesia. Everyone likes
Bali,
Bali
right?
right now.
Yeah. No, I've
That
not been.
seems like
I've
a
not
hot
been to
place.
Australia,
Yeah,
the
Bali.
continent, and I've not been to Asia at all yet.
Yeah.
Just the Istanbul, which has of course the European and the Asian side, so both sides of that. But
That's awesome. Would you think that has like but affected your music at all? Like
Absolutely.
the sonic part of it, like just hearing those
For
sounds
sure.
from around the world and stuff.
Absolutely. Actually, I was in Cuba for about almost 2 months last year in 2017. And while I was there, I met a friend named Sergio, who's actually a percussion player, but he's based here in LA with me. So we became friends and we linked up, and he had gone to Cuba to study Afro-Cuban percussion, right? And
Really?
so he's
awesome.
LA based, studies actually at Cal State Long Beach. So he's in my area, but he had gone to Cuba to study with this babalao, which is like this leader in
what?
Cuba, a babalao. It's
Shout
a
out
religious
to Che Guevara. You feel me? That's the homie. Shout out. Che Guevara, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fidel
No.
Castro. You don't fuck with Fidel Castro.
Oh, Che
Oh,
Guevara.
Castro.
I was like, wait,
Yeah, I didn't know he was
Che
talking about
Guevara.
Babalu.
and Che-
Dude, you couldn't go to
Babalao.
Cuba for the longest time until like
Yeah.
recently.
Obama is the one that opened up the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to the man.
Yeah, he was-
Smoking
yeah.
Castro in Cabana.
Exactly.
But
We have
just
Mexico.
tying it back, I was recording a song last week in LA, and when I had the song in my head, I had this whole world beat kind of section that I wanted to do for the bridge. And so I called him and I asked him to come play Afro-Cuban percussion on it. So I'm now fusing, more than just kind of the sounds that I've grown up with, which are alternative and some R&B and some gospel, all that. But now we're fusing it with things that I've heard from around the world that people can play, and we just kind of do it live.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that I love what he brought to it, and he was able to kind of interpret what I had in my head and put it out. So it gives a cool element for sure to the music that takes it outside of things that you're used to hearing.
Exactly. And then you can not probably, but then it reaches more, it resonates better. You know,
Yeah,
when you
no,
have
for
more
sure.
of a open, I guess, an open sound,
Yeah.
to different types of people.
I think it resonates with more people that way, but I think it also educates people that aren't used to listening to it. Because it'll
Exactly.
make some people kind of look into that, like saying, hey, where was that influence? And if they ever were to like watch this podcast, for example, and say, oh, that was a Cuban influence, maybe now that person will look up some Cuban music and hear some other
Yeah,
things. So,
So what would you say your sound is?
oh God.
Yeah, I know that's
for
a hard
sure,
question.
no,
but
it totally is.
yeah.
But I would definitely say that as I'm a singer-songwriter, and so that's for sure the music that I sing. And I think that the closest thing is maybe like a neo-soul influence, if you wanted to kind of put it into a genre. But genres are just marketing.
But it doesn't have a
like
name. It doesn't have a
like
genre.
genres are
Exactly.
only marketing. They're not. No one actually sings a genre.
Exactly.
Because if I sing a song and then if John Mayer sings a song, they're going to sound different. It's the same song. So genres are only marketing. But
That makes sense. I didn't even thought about it like that either.
yeah, or if Bob Dylan sang the exact same song too, it's gonna sound different
Yeah.
than the way that we do
Super
it. So
different.
yeah, but I would say that neo soul, I love where it's going in the most recent years too. So I can see myself as a part of that.
Okay.
But for sure, with influences from alternative, and since I am a keyboard player, there's always gonna be like a ballad component to my music. So yeah.
Have you heard of what is it? Hiatus Coyote?
I've not.
Yeah, that's good. Neo soul. She's the lead singer is really good.
So is it a group or one
Napalm?
person?
Napalm is her name. It's a group. It's a lead singer. Her name's like Napalm, and it's very neo soul but amazing, and it's
I think I
very
heard of them
modern,
before.
very 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 modern. Very modern.
Have you heard of-
Anderson .Paak samples one of their songs.
Well, yeah.
They remind me of the internet.
Are they American based? Like,
Have
are they
y'all-
U.S. based? Or?
No, I'm pretty sure they're either Australian
Or
Yeah, I was gonna
Brits.
say.
A lot of times
or
they're Brits.
Germany
like,
or
Okay.
one of those.
yeah. I'm gonna look that up for sure. It sounds cool.
Hiatus Coyote,
Coyote.
Kaiote. They spell
Yeah.
it weird.
Yeah.
She's
Gonna
really
ask you
good.
back for that afterwards,
Drake
yeah.
was like fucking with her for a little bit too.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also
Yeah.
was the one that put on Georgia Smith too, who also is a British singer, right? Like
Yeah.
so, and
She's
that
pretty-
whole neo soul vibe is really kind of going big in the United Kingdom right now. So
Oh yeah.
I like Dua
Yeah.
Lipa. That's my.
she's great too. Yeah, no,
Dua
for
Lipa's
sure,
that's
for
my
sure.
newest favorite pop star is
Yeah, she's
Who?
cool.
What's her name?
Dua Lipa, the one that sings "One Kiss" with Calvin Harris, and then "New Rules."
Oh yeah, no, that song is my jam. Where the video is just her just going like this with different colors. She's like, it's like her looking all weird and like I don't know, like she on acid, but she like singing beautifully.
Yeah, she can. I like her voice a lot.
Yeah,
that
she's
song
got a
is
really,
my
really
jam.
cool tone. Really, really cool
Yeah,
tone.
that song is the jam. I like the video too.
Trying to think of and I like Anderson .Paak because I feel like he brings a lot of.
Yeah, he different.
Yeah.
He's got some neo soul in him, and
No,
When
for
he wants a
sure.
little bit.
And
When he
like your
wants to.
hers and your SZAs, you know what I mean?
No,
like and
her is a
LMI
beast.
right now too. Like those are people that are
Her is a
all of them
beast.
together. No, her pen is nuts. SZA as well too. I wouldn't even say that one's better than the other. They're both incredible. But you've got like for sure a movement. Khalid and him
Yeah.
now going into even some more pop kind of songs with pop artists, but still bringing his neo soul vibe vocally. So it's really penetrating for sure.
Exactly. Daniel Caesar. You don't
Daniel
sleep
Caesar,
on,
my
don't sleep on
God.
mans.
Yeah,
That's my
no.
I didn't know
He's
Khalid
that
had
guy.
that many songs out. Like,
Khalid's on
Khalid
everything.
is like
I
Khalid's
really
become
thought
Ty
he
Dolla
only
Sign
had like
features,
that
like-
song Location,
Location.
but I
He
didn't
has
know.
so many
Bro,
records.
I was in
On
the
the
car. I
way.
was in the car the
I'll
other
be
day.
outside. I'll be on the way. Like that's the jam.
That's the
Right.
whoop,
It's Khalid
like,
and Ty Dolla Sign, so they have a record together.
I'll
Yeah,
be on the way.
that is not how it
That's
goes.
not how it goes. I started thinking
You
another
know?
song called.
Yeah, I thought I didn't know he sung Young, Dumb, and Broke. Like I'm in the car and he was like Young, Dumb, and I was like, oh, I was like,
Yeah.
hold on, man.
And that's
for my
his
man.
record too. That's not even one he's featured on. That's like his record on his album.
Yeah.
I saw
Like,
him perform in Santa Monica last year, like on the pier. They had him out over the summer. Yeah,
he's hella young too.
He's super. He's like
I think it's like
19 or
20.
18.
I was like 19,
20.
20.
Yeah, he's
bro.
he's young.
And then the funny thing is like I didn't know he was like he's endorsed by like Forever 21 or some shit like that. Because like when you go to like Forever 21 stores, you'll see posters of him like wearing stuff or whatever.
Come on,
and
Khalid.
I seen him at the Forever 21 at Plaza Bonita when I used to work at Pac Sun, and I was like, Khalid, his whatever. And then like I heard the name, like the song, and I was
Later.
like, that was the same. I was
That's
like,
the dude I
Khalid?
seen?
I was like, yeah, that dude making moves because I didn't hear about him, and then all of a sudden you're in Forever 21 and you're on the radio, and I'm like, well, damn, where did he come from?
The
type
industry's
shit.
really good at breaking people like that, bro. That
Shit.
once someone like that has money behind them, like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
hard.
in Europe
But
touring
that's-
right now too. He's doing it. Like
But I heard that he been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you don't have a voice like that and a cadence like that
without putting
just
that
by
time in,
randomly,
Yeah, by putting that time
picking
in.
up something.
which is crazy though. Like how kind of like we was
How
talking
quickly
the
you-
other day. You see that point right there, and then you're like, oh, they just came out of nowhere. Where you don't see all the hours and hours, kind of like what you were
Everything
saying.
that they
you do it
everything
every
that they put in.
exactly. You said you do it
Absolutely.
2 times a week minimum, 4 times a week. So nobody's gonna see that.
Right.
Nobody really sees that that hustle every day, which is
Right.
crazy. Crazy to me that you gotta. I mean, same thing with comedy.
Well, they
Same
say
with
it takes
comedy.
10 years to make an overnight celebrity, right? Like that's
Overnight
kind
success,
of the overnight
yeah.
success. That's the going saying, and it is true. It may not be 10 years for everyone. It may be a little bit less, give or take. But what they're saying by that is it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication and consistency too. So
And do you think that those are your principles that you go by? Is a lot of those things kind of what you?
dedication and
Yeah.
like oh, absolutely. You're gonna only get out of something what you put into it, and I think it's more than just a stroke of luck. I think it is effort, but it also is networking. To be honest, it's really the person that can put you on, and I'm really fortunate. I've been on tour with JD Bailey, who's got this group called Open Canvas, and they've been touring across like California with Northern California, San Diego. I played down here through them too. So shout out to
Dirty
JD.
100. Shout out to JD. I was on that too, so shout out to him.
It's actually how we met too, so networking through that as well. But he's been putting me on his tour, and that's been more exposure to new crowds. It was my first time playing outside of LA County when I came to San Diego with him. So that's one move. I'm also with Writing Sessions of America, and they've put on my music in front of 1500 or Nothing, which is this huge production company, of course, behind Bruno Mars and everyone else too, and played the
They're
song that you guys
fire,
actually have.
1500.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
incredible.
they're
So
cool.
shout out Unplugged LA. Put me on stage there. I played it live for them.
They
and then
did
also did the record
Jay-Z's
review.
tour. They fucking played the drums, and they were the band for Jay-Z's tour most recently.
The 444?
1500 or nothing stuff.
They're not even just the band;
444,
it's the
yeah.
band and the production company too. They're
Yeah.
all together, so they have and songwriters as well for Maya. Like it's
Isn't
huge. It's a big
James
plug.
Fauntleroy like
He's
part
one of the
that?
lead writers that are on there. Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Mike Rance or some shit like that.
Yeah, Laurent Dobson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and My Guy Mars. So
Yeah,
that's been a
okay,
huge
so
move. Yeah, so they've heard my music, they've supported
Shout
me
out
and
to
put me
you.
on stage. So
Shout out to you.
They're
Hell
fu-
yeah.
Bro, they be doing some shit. They produce for Nipsey, bro. Like they do, yeah.
all Bruno's Grammys last year, man. That was 1500 the whole time, So
Really?
yeah, like no, they're great. So, but
Damn.
it's just going back to say
say,
that
yeah,
it's
that
not
nigga-
just a matter of
that nigga
dedication.
was-
It's
That
it's
nigga was
networking,
putting
of course,
it-
and
whatever
someone
it was.
taking a chance on you to put you in front of the right people. so.
24K, Bruno Mars, yeah, that nigga put in work, bro. That nigga was whooping ass in the award.
Oh, he cleaned up last year. He cleaned up.
I mean, Grammys he won last year. I think it was like 5.
5, 6, 7, something like a
And
lot.
then like he
Yeah.
won hella MTV awards and
All of them.
a hella Billboard awards. Yeah, and he put in work last year.
Yeah.
But then, like you were saying though, it's the people. You got to have a voice, but then you got to have the networking.
Yeah, someone that actually believes in you and wants to put you into the front of the right people, because at the end of the day, you can play as many shows as you want, but if someone can't take you to a higher level to put you in front of the right people or a little bit bigger of an audience, then you may not be able to get as far as you would if someone were to take that chance on you. So
Exactly. I believe that. I super believe that, and that's almost in everything, because we only have an X amount of energy.
Yeah.
And pretty much that you can say your energy or your power is equals your time or your effort or whatever. So you only have X amount. So you need other people to surround yourself with to give you that extra boost of energy, or just get you beyond where you can go by yourself.
right. But it's a
And,
catch-22 because no one's going to take a chance on you if they don't believe you're going to grind for it, right? So you
Exactly.
have to be grinding to meet that person, and they need to see the grind in order to actually want to push you forward. So, so do I believe in putting in the work? Absolutely, you have to. It means more if and when you get it too. If you worked for it,
When
if
you got
everything was
value.
handed to you, like
So, do you think there are artists, or I guess some people in general, that didn't have to work for it? Like
Yeah. Jaden Smith. He's a beast. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, I ain't gonna say he a beast, but people
Yeah.
listen to him like he got a audience. But if you wasn't Will Smith's son, I don't think you wouldn't automatically
You
have
don't
a
think he
record
would-
deal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
No.
okay.
yeah.
But I'm not knocking him though.
Right.
Like Icon is cool. Oh
Like-
my God, Icon living.
It is a
But,
cool song. Yeah.
but at the same time though, you
He
Will
was
Smith's
born
son.
with that
G. People gonna
network,
listen to it. 'cause
yeah.
you
Yeah,
Will
you
Smith's son.
got
You know
you
what I'm saying?
get like when you're obviously when you're Jaden Smith, when you're the son of Will Smith, you already are given X amount of like people that
yeah,
are going to
bro,
listen
people
to
looking
like,
at you. People looking at you.
at a minimum, I guarantee you can pull off 1 million people listening to you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You see
Yeah.
what like I'm saying? And it may be
King
even more than
Combs.
that.
King Combs. I mean, I don't think he's really not.
King Combs.
He's really not up there.
Come
with,
on,
with,
bro.
Diddy's-
But what I'm saying
yeah.
is, what I'm
Ain't
saying
no
is
one
he has
fucking
a,
with King
No,
Combs,
nobody is.
bro.
Nobody
No
is.
one in the world fucks with King Combs.
But doesn't one of Diddy's
As
sons
much
like
as-
model? Like, think about how many people are like in the modeling industry because their parents.
You
are
right, everybody
successes.
listen to King Combs. You right though about the modeling thing too.
Yeah, like
Anything
that
you
for
do,
sure.
pretty much. What I'm getting at is,
Diddy doesn't even fucking put on King Combs, bro. Come on, bro.
What I'm
he
getting
knows his
at
son
is-
ain't a good rapper, bro. Come
what
on.
I'm getting at is,
He
you
doing
can
the
do
Jordan
whatever.
Fucking
He
Diddy,
doing-
bro.
he
got
doing
so
a Jordan
many hit
approach.
records.
Jordan didn't really fuck with his boys like that in basketball.
Son,
they
you
wasn't-
need to
they didn't
stop
care.
making music. That's what he's telling him.
Yeah. But what I'm the gist of what I'm getting at is they kind of got like a head start is what I'm
You
getting
were
at.
born with the network versus
Yeah.
having to make it for yourself. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a great way to put it. Like
you said it
6'9",
very more
like-
elegantly than I did.
Thank you.
Like,
Elegantly than I
do
did.
you 6'9"? Do you feel like he worked to get where he's at right now, or
I
do you
don't
think
know who
he-
that is, so I can't
6'9"
even.
Takashi. I was just gonna ask you. I don't
Tekashi
even
6'9"?
know.
I don't know who
Tekashi
it is.
6'9".
Guy
Exactly.
with the rainbow
Yes,
hair,
you do.
6'9"?
Yeah, he's
I promise
all
you I
over
don't.
everywhere.
You've seen him, but you probably never heard the song.
Yeah,
before.
I don't
He
even
has
think I've seen
rainbow
someone with
hair.
rainbow
If you've
hair.
seen
I
a
would
Mexican
remember
guy
that.
with rainbow hair and face tattoos,
Okay,
that's
then I've seen a
Tekashi
photograph of him. I've never listened. Does he raps? He sings? What does he
Yeah,
do?
he's
Yeah, he rap.
Okay,
He got a
no.
song with Nicki
No
Minaj.
shade at
you
all,
could
but I just am
call
not
it
familiar.
rapping. I don't know.
No, you
but-
can throw shade. He trash.
He said
He's
you
got
could
a-
call it trash.
Yeah, no, I've not heard it. But is he related to somebody or? Okay, I've
No.
seen
This
seen
dude.
his face, but
He's
Yeah,
controversial.
did he just
and-
get like a YouTube famous because of his look? kind of
pretty
thing?
much. He just
Okay.
like do a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and then people are like, oh, and then he make a song after he like beef with a whole bunch of people and like just go do random stuff.
Have you heard that song "Fifi" with Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, that's his
With
record.
now Fifi with that? No, he's pretty trash. So anyway, what that is the gist of it though is
Yeah.
he doesn't really make good music, but
Oh
he can-
no! Okay, I know where I've seen him. I saw a clip that pulled up on Instagram of an interview that he had done because his look is memorable with the tattoos. Is one that
Exactly.
got me. And someone had asked, "Are you working hard for what you're doing in the interview?" And his response was like, "No, I'm not working hard. I'm
He's
just
like,
having
I don't
fun."
take this. Yeah,
he's
like,
like,
I don't take this shit seriously.
Breakfast
Yeah,
Club.
that was
And
something
that's
like
when
that.
he was
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
he was like,
yeah.
Fifi with the Kiki maker. Whoa. He was
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
does
that
it really
wasn't-
look like I sat here and thought that this
Yes,
is?
that's what I
He was
seen in that
like,
clip.
he was like, bro, we were in the studio the other night. He was like, did I take that shit seriously? You know, and he's asking his people,
Yeah.
and they were like,
hilarious.
and I'm
Bro,
like,
That's
in
what
the
I'd seen, just that
Breakfast
clip.
Club interview, he's like, "This is gonna be your most watched video. Like, I guarantee it. It's gonna be more than Birdman, and it's about to pass it. Like, and Birdman, yeah. And
Well,
he
spoken to
does
existence.
something, bro,
Spoken
because
to existence.
motherfucker
Yeah,
be
right.
talking. He talks and he makes money. So, I mean, if you want to make
But-
money, you can be Tekashi 6ix9ine and
But-
just say random things and
But
be
again, though,
outrageous.
he has no substance and value. Like after a while, I mean,
Some people like him.
I mean, well, what I'm getting at is what I'm getting
He
at
has
is
a cult
He
following.
doesn't have any substance.
he does exactly like
He
you
has
were
a
saying.
cult
He
following,
knows
though.
it.
But I wonder about the longevity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
And
even
when
with
his-
remember Soldier Boy too? You know, like think about how
Soldier Boy
no,
is
but
worth hella money right now.
But
no one's
Soulja
knocking
Boy's
him.
worth-
No one's
he's
knocking
30
him. What
million.
I'm saying, but how
Business,
relevant
though.
is he, right? So
Business.
it's just like by all means,
That's not from
people
music.
that come up kind of really overnight when it really was overnight and they become a sensation. By all means, get your money and then but go invest it because you're not gonna be able to do music for forever.
Soulja Boy owns
like
a
that's
lot
not
of
gonna
businesses.
last for
The,
forever.
the
so.
problem thing, like, and nothing against Soulja Boy in terms of like, because like I said, he's worth $30 million. So
Good for him at this present moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good
Dude,
for
Yeah.
him.
Soldier
Right.
Boy is
Yeah.
the fucking man.
But he
right?
owns a lot
is-
of stuff in Atlanta.
See, that's the thing. You gotta make investments. Like,
Yeah.
but is he
A lot
still
of stuff
doing
in
music?
Atlanta.
but it don't. It to me,
and produce.
and this is the thing about like when people like, especially in the music, like no matter how much shit Soulja Boy does and how much more investments he's made, he's always going to be known for one thing.
Starting dance rap.
Ringtone rap.
Okay,
ringtone rap.
I guess you could
but
say, yeah.
But he
you
was the
can
first dude to use the internet to blow up like that, though.
Was
I'm
he?
telling
Yeah,
you,
I
he's
will
the
give him
first
that.
dude to
Choc-
navigate
No,
it.
it was the dude that made Chocolate Rain.
Dude.
Because that was a hit. No, just
Nah,
you
but,
right though.
like,
You right though. He
Crank
did
that
use
Soulja
it.
Boy, bro. Like
Yeah.
That's huge.
You gotta think that
Yeah.
was when
That was
Kiss
worldwide.
me
We
through
said-
the
we
phone
said
was
MySpace
fire
was-
as fuck. Okay, kiss me
MySpace-
through the phone.
That was
See you
garbage.
later
But that had no
on.
dance.
I loved
You
Kiss
know what
Me
I mean?
Through the Phone. Bro.
MySpace
Come
was the
on.
gateway to social media.
Yeah,
For sure.
Was it not? It was the foundation.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Who blew up when MySpace? Because
Yeah,
that's
Soulja
all
Boy
he,
was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's the
like
first one on there.
he will always be known for that, no matter what. And
Absolutely.
no matter how many albums he put out, and let's just say he do put out good albums, niggas is gonna know you like, oh, that's that nigga who's
Let's crank that Soulja Boy.
Right.
Yeah, crank that Soulja Boy.
true.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be known for Crank That, bro. That's fuck, bro. Like,
Hell yeah.
dude, Crank That Soulja Boy is a historical moment
It
in
was.
hip hop and my life.
In music, he said in my life.
he said in my life.
Me too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
In middle school, that shit was
We all hate it.
fucking
was-
popping.
That was the move, bro. If you couldn't crank that Soulja Boy, you ain't get no girls.
I'm just saying.
Really, bro, during that era when like all those dances came out, if you couldn't do none of the dances, bro, you just
I'd
wouldn't.
rather be Soulja Boy than Fetty Wap.
Yeah, but Fetty Wap has a message. Like, think about how he was talking about like getting money with his girl, setting goals. Like the things he was talking about in his
He
one
said,
record.
she my trap queen.
Yeah,
That
say,
is-
what you
he
Wait,
shot-
listen, no, let me wait.
I'm sorry.
We be
I'm sorry.
setting
You're
goals,
right.
talking matching Lambos, right? And
You
even the
right.
way that song, it's hilarious, but I actually love that song randomly because if you look at it for what
Yeah.
it is silly. But he talks about literally working together, whatever
Yeah.
they're working in. That's
The
not to be
lyrics,
judged,
yeah.
but working together, having the goal, right? Getting it together with his queen.
It's just different because if
He loves her. Like, he
John
treats her
Legend
good.
was singing that song, you'd be like, oh, this shit is deep as hell. But since it's Fetty Wap going like, oh, hello.
No, my
I love
favorite
that
thing-
song.
That's why you
I
like,
love
damn.
that song.
Ray
But you're
Shremmerd had
happy to be-
America, corporate America, doing videos to a stripper song, bro. Black Beatles
Beatles?
is a stripper fucking anthem, and all he's talking about is strippers and throwing money at strippers, and he had white America like doing videos to his
Of them
song.
not
That's
moving.
fucking cool as
That's
fuck.
called pop music, yeah.
That's
pop culture.
crazy. That's crazy.
Power.
That's
It is.
really interesting since we're talking about
Everybody
Trap
wanted to do a
Queen.
mannequin challenge.
Yeah, that
Like,
was also huge.
When I
That's-
worked at
that's
bro,
like
when I worked
Shiggy.
when I worked at Chic Shoes and we had Black Beatles on one of our DVDs, like kids would come in and be like, yo, can we do a mannequin challenge in here? Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my store with that shit.
That girl, she's a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
That's a record, though. That's a record.
I had to tell my mom, like, you realize what this song is about, right? Because they hide it really well because
oh
it's
yeah,
very
100%.
melodic, it's very
Oh,
like
yeah, 1000%.
ambient, and it's like when you
1000%.
listen to it, like, yeah, all her
That's all the
friends
Future
know
songs, too,
me,
yeah.
Quick release the cash.
But
Watch it
it's
fall
so-
slowly.
yep,
No,
exactly.
I never thought about that. You're right. I never
Yep,
thought about that.
exactly. You know,
I
it's
never thought
a
about that.
stripper
You're right.
anthem,
You're
bro.
right.
That's so funny.
Right.
I've actually covered that on the guitar, and I don't think I even thought about the lyrics. That
Yeah,
deeply.
while you were
Like,
singing it,
low-key, like, I only covered the first verse, but now that you're bringing it up, I'm like, you're right. Maybe so.
I did an acoustic stripper song.
I sure did, and I mixed it up with Maroon 5
the-
Sunday
what's the-
morning. Like, it was
It's
a
smart
mashup.
though. It's pretty crazy, like,
What's
yeah.
the first line Gucci say? Came in the club
Club-
with two strippers who
in
look
my-
like strippers in their real clothes,
Yep.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Look
what-
like strippers
Ray
when they're
Shremmerd's
real
killing
clothes.
it, bro. You know
I
what?
ain't gonna
Power
flex,
Glide,
though.
Power Glide, their most recent single
I
that's
mean,
pretty hot, is a stripper song too, bro.
Oh, yeah,
and they
1000%.
hide it really fucking well, bro. like really well.
How did you
Black
discover
Beatles
it?
was a #1 song in America.
I'm
Billboard
serious.
Hot 100,
Yeah, it
#1
was.
song in America.
It was.
Had a great
It was
group.
everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
everywhere.
Yep.
And it was just because like it was one of those songs that you could literally play everywhere.
Well, you
Yeah.
also got Beatles in the name, so people are like, "Ooh, what's this mean?"
Yeah, and they're making
Marketing.
like Beatles references
Good
and stuff
marketing.
like that.
Good marketing.
No, they don't make any Beatles.
They don't make any Beatles references
I
at
don't
all.
think they do, bro. That's why
I
it's
I'd
so
say-
think
hilarious.
they
no.
call themselves the Black Beatles because it's like them just with money, right? And
Yeah.
yeah. It's like they just
The Beatles.
Yeah,
I'm
Paul
saying they got Beatles
McCartney's like, what the fuck?
Paul McCartney was looking like, what does this even mean?
Look at what the world's come to. And then
I'm
he
pretty sure they
realizes
made
what
a
the song's about. No. But shout out to for real.
Shout out to them,
Yeah.
though.
They
Hey, I
are the
fucked with
Black
the song.
Beatles. So.
Exactly.
But
Hey,
or
Ray Shremmer
is the
be putting
Migos the Black Beatles or is Ray Shremmer? Because
Migos.
The
Hell,
Migos.
Migos is running.
Migos.
They're running.
Humana,
They're part of
humana.
everything, so I know.
Humana.
Like,
They running it.
You listen to Migos?
no, not really.
Okay,
I'm not
so
like,
music
okay,
Good for you.
so
Good for you.
What music do you listen to?
Yeah.
So all the neo soul artists that I mentioned, I definitely listen to a lot. I respect the pen right now. And before this whole neo soul movement, like I was listening to a lot of country music. 'Cause as a songwriter, I think that what's important to me are lyrics. Where a lot of people that just listen to music for fun often get consumed kind of in the melody or in the beats. As a songwriter, it was important for me for lyrics, and country music was the best in writing for years before that. So that's what I was listening to. But
I think that's
But
because
with-
that's the only genre. Okay, I know.
but
you
neo
don't
soul,
call
like
it genre.
SZA and her, like
I
and
don't
Khalid,
know.
they're writing their tails off. So I'm loving it right now.
Well,
So
I was gonna say,
Better than
like, I feel
classic
like
soul? That R&B?
when classic, what decade
Okay.
are you talking about? Like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
era? Because
It do go
what's
into
a classic
decades.
to you?
I just
Yeah,
feel like country is the only like
But country's the
genre
same
that
thing, though.
doesn't rhyme at
But-
all.
Country.
But country's
do
the same
rhyme.
thing, though. I feel like
So
country has
Got
decades.
a barbecue stain on my white
I
t-shirt.
got-
She was killing me in that miniskirt. That's a rhyme. Like
Okay, that was
That's
one.
fine.
But everything else,
But-
everything else, be like getting drunk with my dog, fighting
My wife, and I
country,
drove
like,
my
yeah.
truck to the and drank
Drove
hella
my
alcohol.
truck to the local bar where
Well,
everybody
yeah.
knew me. Say, hey,
Got
what's
a
going
DUI.
on, Jim?
Yeah. Got a girl pregnant. And like,
I mean,
and my
most-
wife is butthurt at me. And
Well,
now I'm
most-
sad.
She left me for
Okay,
the
but
guy
if you think
across
about,
town.
Yeah.
like Chris
Most
Stapleton
country songs are about
songs.
love, though. I'll give you that. Most country songs are about love. Or like
Or
being angry.
alcohol.
It's either
Yeah.
love or like
Alcohol
anger.
for sure.
Yeah.
Trucks are also a staple. Shorts are another staple.
There's
Jeans,
songs about
cowboy
shorts.
boots.
Jeans, like yeah.
There's
yeah.
songs about shorts.
Oh, like jeans. Yeah,
You know what
like
though?
that whole
Shout out to
bottom.
country because I don't know how the fuck all those artists stay relevant, but they
Shania Twain
pack
is
the
still
fuck
touring.
out of amphitheaters and
That's
they
live.
Yeah.
fucking make a lot of money.
Their
That's live, bro.
consumers
A lot of
buy
money.
It's
records.
live.
Like they're not streaming stuff. They're still going out, and country music listeners still go buy those albums and buy
They
those
country.
physical records.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't want to say they're not with technology because that's a lie, but like they're old fashioned. Like,
But you've got the Luke Bryants, the Carrie Underwoods. You have people that are like current, that are young, that are
hey,
doing
Reba
it still
fine
too,
with
you know?
her like
Reba,
50
she's a
plus
classic.
ass.
Reba's a classic.
Like,
Yep, she can catch it.
yeah.
And I mean,
But
just look
that's
at
awesome, though.
the country right now, like America in general.
Well, I feel like
mean,
it's pop
the
now.
more
Oh, you
pop.
I
it's
like the
always
pop
been
country
pop.
fusion.
I like pop music, but I don't like pop country. Sorry.
Do you like
I don't
bluegrass country then? Like
No, I don't like country at all.
Okay, that's
I don't know what it is. I like almost all types of music besides country. I just
okay.
I don't
just
know
don't-
what
it
it
just
is.
Okay,
don't
well,
click.
I
like
also
screamo.
listen
I
to
like
a
screamo
lot
rock.
and have for decades reggaeton, right? So
Yeah.
Spanish hip hop. That's
You know
always
what?
been a
You
get
and
down for
Q
me.
gonna get enough with all these like rolling their tongues and pronounce
Reggaeton.
jalapenos, and
Jalapenos.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Look,
like
man.
the Latin
We Californians,
even
we
I
know
can
about what's
fusion
up,
going
but-
on. I like the Latin
I'm
wave
loving
going on
it.
right now. I
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
love it.
Me
I
too.
like the Spanish songs on the radio.
Tory Lanez has
Yeah.
a song in Spanish called Pa Mi. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard it with Osuna.
Hey, I ain't
That's
gonna
a
flex,
great
man. I've been
record.
fucking with Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez is
heavy
amazing.
a little
Tory
lately,
Lanez is
bro.
amazing.
Like
Like
Zanny, he's that's one of his like inspirations. You know, is Tory Lanez or whatever.
I
So
love
he
Tory
plays a
Lanez.
lot of it. And I was like, okay, I ain't. That boy got some motherfucking hits.
I love
like,
Tory Lanez.
He
Always
writes
have.
for a lot of people,
Yeah,
supposedly.
yeah.
like
He was a writer before he.
Neo did
like
the same
most
thing.
people.
Same
Most
thing.
people are
But
writers
Tory Lanez
before
is
they're
great.
famous.
I like that song "Bust It Down and Talk to Me." Like the two songs that he got, like those shit.
Yeah.
Those
He
shit
has
is
more
hard.
than
I'm
two.
like,
I'm so
all
mad at you.
right.
Tory Lanez is like, he's established. But
Like I said, like
I love
that song
Tory Lanez.
"Litty." Like I actually listened to his verse, bro, and I was like, "Yo, this nigga Tory was spitting." He
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
when he was like,
Shout out Tory
"Hey,
Lanez.
what he say? They be laughing at my hairline. You know, I laughing too. I be fucking with.
I be
It's like we
laughing
the
at my
same.
hairline.
You know,
Everybody
we be
understand
both be
them.
making M's. They be making means. I be making millions. I just counted up
making
a quarter.
millions.
Quentin Miller. I QM. That's a $250,000. I was like, I felt that in my soul talking about the hairline. I was like, man, Walter, that should be your theme song too. Why you laughing?
What was my theme song? I was like, yo,
They be talking about my hairline. I tell the truth. I be feeling them.
My hairline's
thought I
so
should've wrote
bad,
that.
so I'm with that too. I don't really listen to.
So we're
Tory
here with
Lanez,
three
though.
bald dudes in the future. So next time you come on the episode,
The new
we're gonna be
hairline
bald.
crew.
Just
Yeah.
rock it. Then.
They're gonna
You
be
guys all
bald-
three
they're gonna
have
be
the
bald from
hairlines the
having
same.
kids.
Just go ahead and rock it. Nothing to hide. Like
They're
That's
gonna be
why
bald from
I'm
having
bald.
kids.
Is I shave my head bald now because
you just
my
committed fully.
hairline is so bad. And,
Where
like,
can you
now
show
he's
me
a-
more or less
dudes
where
look
was it
really
starting?
fucking
Now
bad.
he's a young Walter White.
Exactly.
He's a 25-year-old Walter White now.
I got the respirator in my car.
Breaking
the
Bad. I
gas
caught
mask.
that.
That's
I do.
hilarious.
Shout out to work. You feel me?
Shout out to work.
Shout out to Jobs.
Appreciate
Shout
the
out
bills
to
being
salary,
paid. You know.
right?
Shout
like,
out to Jobs.
Direct deposit. Shout out to direct deposit.
Now, outside of like your whole music craft and whatnot, like what do you give any attention to anything else? Like, do you pay attention to like politics, or do you pay
Absolutely.
attention to sports, or any of that? Like,
Yeah, that was a great question. I actually really do. So I still work, and so I'm not yet doing music full time, and I actually work in international education. So all the things that are happening with this current administration in regards to immigration and those kind of policies, it's my job to be on top of them, but it's also my own personal interest. And so I work with university relationships that we have. Between our university and Europe and Latin America. So any immigration policy that's affecting people that are in those territories, I stay aware of, but I also am helping send students that we have at the university to those areas too. So on both sides, I have to know about them.
Has it become more, I ain't gonna want to say difficult, but challenging, I guess, since the current administration? Does it make you, they make you do more work now, I guess? More loopholes and more?
It does. One of the things with the European Union, they actually just put a new law into place that actually protects all of the rights for all European citizens and their right to privacy. And there's no way the European people can waive that. It has to be given to them. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we're actually currently in our office trying to find a way to still admit the students from Europe. For example, if someone asks us, how many students you have right now on your campus from Germany, before you're able to look at the passports and just calculate that information and give it out. This is for good census data. Where should we be recruiting? Where should we have more diversity? Those kind of things. But now with this law going into effect, we aren't allowed to count that student because that's their own personal demographic information and we can't have access to it. So those kind of things, just literally in regards to writing their immigration documents, we have to know that, but putting it into a system is now a breach of their privacy. So those kind of things are happening, and it's like, how do you how do
regulate,
how do I get you this visa then if I'm not supposed to have a system that and they aren't allowed to say yes, you can use it one time, or yes, you can say that I'm here for a semester, for a year, to calculate, really how well we're doing for diversifying our population.
Exactly.
So
I get that. I guess that's like a.
I don't.
And that's a
Sorry.
European.
I know it was confusing. Yeah, yeah.
No,
it's with the
I
European
no,
Union now.
I'm all for the privacy, so I understand what she's saying.
and that's what I was
for
saying too. Is like I
diversity
get
and
the
whatnot,
Yeah,
but-
it's
but-
deeper. It's like deeper than that.
But
So
is
what
it,
do
is
you-
it because
but
of Trump?
here's my question. But no, this
she
is just
said
the
it's the
European
European Union
Well,
law,
yeah.
But
so
here's
we
my
have
question
to
to you,
follow
Q.
their privacy law.
If you, for example, were a visitor in let's say in Morocco, if you're visiting Morocco, and Morocco's made an adamant effort to go recruit people to come visit their country, and they want to make sure they're having a diverse population visiting, but now all of a sudden you as an American, they can't say, hey, we have 7 Americans, Q being one of them now. Like, how is your privacy being breached just by saying that you're one of 7 Americans
I
who
don't
visited
want
this
anyone
year?
knowing anything about
But then that
Fair,
makes,
and
that
if
makes
you're in
people
that-
that have her
That's just
job
a-
more difficult.
But this isn't
No,
even
I
from the
under-
students.
I
This
understand
didn't
totally what
come
she's
from the
saying.
students. It's from the government coming down. It wasn't really, they didn't consult with people about it beforehand. I don't think anyone ever felt offended from themselves being counted. I sure didn't when
Yeah.
I was counted as an American in Europe.
Yeah,
But
it's just
do you
really
think
hard
it's a-
because it's like an all or nothing thing. Like, should
Exactly.
all your
Right,
information be
right.
private, or if one thing's able to, you can't
Yeah.
just pick and
Yeah.
choose. Oh, this information. Like, it's like health and stuff. Like, I'm
Mhm.
not going to Morocco, and you can't look up my health stuff, and you shouldn't be able to. So it's just like,
Yeah.
I
Do you-
completely get what she's saying.
Yeah.
Do you think that's I guess like because of not because of the administration, but like they're trying to make sure they have a veil or a seat of protection over their European people coming here just because of all
I
the
don't
stuff
think
that's
that.
been going on?
I really don't think that that has to do with the Trump
It's something
administration.
completely
What I
different?
know does is that since I do work at a university, you have a lot of scholars from Saudi Arabia, for example, or from Iran that work in engineering departments, usually in our business colleges, and they're permanent residents of the U.S. But them returning home from visiting family, like a couple of them weren't allowed entry back into the U.S.
That's crazy.
And so you have those kind of things that are happening. People that have made a career here, who are doctoral scholars,
Established.
right? Yeah, who are
who are
working.
who are tax-paying people.
tax-paying individuals, who are literally teaching and educating American students every single day who aren't allowed
I think
entry
it's full
back
of shit
in.
that you can pay taxes,
So-
but like you're not like
Those kind of things I see, and that's for sure a direct
U.S.
result of
citizen
administration.
almost. Like I think
crazy.
that's the most dumbest shit
Right.
ever. Like one of the most dumbest things ever. Like you're paying this country taxes
Mm-hmm.
To
but
not
you're
build
not
a road.
but you're not an actual citizen. Like you like
Yeah, I know what you're
like
saying.
Yeah.
you're making me you're taxing me, but I can't be part of this country officially or 100%.
Yeah.
Or
Bro,
they
what
make
kinda
or they
shit
make
is that?
loopholes
We're also
where you
having-
can't, or make it you got to do an arm, a leg, jump through.
Yeah, like-
That's
to
what's
fire.
happening.
Become a-
Extra hours
My
of screening
landlord,
and stuff.
my
so.
landlord, just became a U.S. citizen.
For real?
Yeah, he took his citizenships test last month, but he's been here since he was like 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
Because
crazy.
you have like
That's
all
old
these X amount of qualifications, like you have to live here for X amount of time and all that other shit, bro. Like I was like, bro, that shit like that is the most dumbest shit ever, bro. Like.
yeah.
And
Come
it's
on, man.
expensive in addition to all the things you have to do.
Yeah.
Like it's thousands of
And
dollars.
it was like
to
if
get
you
it.
miss like your case or like you miss your hearing, you get put off for like 5 years.
That's great. Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
either.
You know, so
I
it's
didn't know that either.
that whole process is dumb as shit too.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I was like, I feel what they're saying. Like, hey, don't be, you can't count us. Don't count
Yeah.
us. Like, we're
Yeah.
not just a number.
I feel that. I feel
but,
that.
So compared to Europeans' education system,
Mhm.
where do you see ours? Where do you see the U.S. education system?
Oof,
you
okay.
know.
Let me know if I get too wordy because this is what I do. Okay, so talking about higher ed, right? Talking about university education for sure. Americans handhold way too much. Here's a typical day in a classroom at a U.S. college, right? You come in the first day, teacher or the professor, right, goes over the syllabus with you saying every week, this is what I expect of you. Here are the days of your exams. Here are the days of your finals, your midterms. Here's when you have an assignment due. Here's how much it's going to be worth of you. And then when it comes time to take that exam too, we give you a study guide saying, hey, you've been here for the first month already. You've done all the homeworks and taken the assignments. But in case that wasn't enough for you to learn it, here's also what I'm going to test you on. If you learn these things, you'll pass. For us as Americans, that's great. We're spoon-fed. Right? But when you go to Europe, it's the polar opposite. They treat you as an adult. You go there and they say, okay, here's the class. You sign up for the class. You know what it's going to be. But you're expected. No one's going to check for your homework. You don't have homework in Europe. It's no homework.
They don't have homework?
Nope.
What?
Read this assignment. But
I'm
you don't no
transferring.
one's going to go and test you and make sure you've read it. They're not going to handhold you that way. You have your midterm and your final exam. Those are your 2 times to prove what you've learned in the class because you were expected. They say you're here because you want to be here. You're here because you're an adult. You care about this material. I expect you to care about it and to do your own research. You're also allowed to kind of modify, and your class is a lot more than you are in the U.S. In the U.S., the professor's the expert, and they're going to say, okay, this is what I'm going to teach you. In Europe, it's really what you want to get out of it. Yeah, you have to do a research paper, but you can research anything of your interest within this topic.
That's
Go ahead and
jiggy.
do it. Turn it in, talk to me. A lot of the finals, too, are oral exams. So you go over to the professor, it's you and I one-on-one, and I'm going to talk to you about what I learned all semester in class. Now, that's kind of
But that's an
terrifying.
experience. Yeah, but
because
that's
you
an
don't really,
experience.
because there's no study
But that
guide, you
builds
don't know
that
what's
builds
going to be.
skills though. Like that builds communication skills.
And it builds
Like, if you can-
independence. You
yeah.
know for yourself. You know how to research. You know how to write. You know how to communicate what you've learned about something as well too. And you have more of a vested interest because nobody held your hand the whole time. If you didn't learn it, it's because you didn't learn it, not because the teacher didn't teach you well enough.
Exactly.
Right? So that's the biggest
I ain't
difference.
gonna flex. That probably would have made.
That's
I
awesome.
guarantee.
Yeah, like, it's really different.
pretty
So
jiggy.
I'm pretty sure that probably would have made me a better student. Like if
Oh,
everything
hella.
was solely on me, like the fact
Because it
that
is.
like the fact that like I know for a fact there were certain classes where I ain't gotta do shit in that motherfucker, but I come up to the teacher and be like, hey, such and such, you got any extra credit I can do?
right?
Like,
Attendance point. You
knowing-
showed up. Here's 2
knowing
points
I'm
for
one
you.
of
Like
them-
what?
knowing
You
I'm
know,
one of the
like,
main
yeah,
motherfuckers in the back sleep every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Still come out that bitch with a B.
Hell yeah.
But so they do that. You're doing your own work is you get out of it what you put into it. You
Exactly.
fail if you don't prepare, and they do a lot more group work than we do as well too. So you have both sides where it's
So
like
more team.
it's a lot more team because they know that in the work environment you're never really going to work on your own.
I'm gonna say it again. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I know what that shit means. I don't know how to do my taxes.
There
I
you
bet
go.
you. I bet you. Well,
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying.
You better
Yeah.
go become a get a different degree. No, I'll just play. That's
Yeah.
what it says.
really, to continue on the education tip,
Yeah.
like, it's funny because it's funny because of what the story is, but they released a report that said that over 20,000 people have started a petition to try to get LeBron James to be the director of education. What's her name? That doesn't know shit. DeVoe.
Betsy DeVoe.
Betsy DeVoe.
Betsy
Because
DeVoe.
of LeBron's opening up a school. Now
she's a case herself, bro. Please don't let me start on her.
on Betsy DeVoe.
Yeah, bro.
He started a school, and our number 45 has started a school too.
He started a university, though.
Yeah.
He started a
He
university.
started like
did,
7
Trump-
different
yeah.
fucking. He's tried it so many times.
When did not even accredited?
He got
It
in
was-
hella
wasn't accredited.
trouble.
It was all
He
bad.
And also got sued and got closed, and he also had to pay a whole bunch of people 1.5. It was like 30 people. He paid like $30 million to shut a whole bunch of people up, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Like, how do you feel about what LeBron is doing, and like, do you think more people should try to go that route versus putting so much faith into the hands of others?
That's a great question. What I think about LeBron, what he's doing, I think it's incredible and it's wonderful. What I love too is that he's a celebrity that has embraced his celebrity. I think so often you have people that are in the spotlight who say, well, I didn't choose to be here. I'm not a role model. I'm just doing what I'm doing, and people happen to watch me, but you don't do as I do because I'm not living my life for you. I'm doing it for myself.
Exactly.
He's realized, especially him being from a small town, that's even more influential people that are from that same area, right? I'm sure you guys would agree because you're both from like areas that are a bit
Midwest.
smaller. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like you have even less people that may have come from your direct neighborhood who you can look at as something that's like an aspirational
possibility.
Yeah. And so he's fully embraced that, and he's been a guy that's like, yeah, I'm from here. He went back and played in his old state for a long time to bring revenue and notoriety kind of back to the area. So him realizing like, hey, the educational system here is faulty and it hasn't yet been corrected, and I can do something to assist it. Didn't his educational plan too guarantees college admission to anyone
Yep.
that
Akron.
yeah,
Akron University.
You get a full ride scholarship.
They have classes for the parents of the students to help them
Get
and
their
how huge is that?
jobs,
Because
get
he's
GED.
realizing that the issue's bigger. If their parents didn't graduate high school,
Genius.
right, or didn't graduate university, then how can the parent really encourage the younger person, like their child, to
Exactly.
do it? Because they say, well, I made it without it, or I'm doing okay without it. I can't really see that you're going to need this, or it's going to help you so much more. So he really thought into it deeper than just, okay, let's get you out and get you a college or a high school degree. He thought about the long term. And so I absolutely love what he's doing.
Well,
I agree with
I
that
liked
too.
that one, but on a shitty note,
Did our power just go out, like, or something?
Oh, the camera turned on?
Yeah, because I was like,
I
it's
guess
for
it
sure,
wasn't like plugged in. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, we can keep this going though, but yeah.
No, it's we're an hour and 11 minutes in, so
Oh, yeah. Well,
this is a great conversation. It's up to
This
you
is
guys
fun.
what we want to
we
do.
might as well keep going.
is why
Yeah,
we
you might as
love-
well just keep the audio going when we do the video
No,
thing.
I could. I think I could turn it back on.
And just edit it or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
Alright.
it just went off recently though, because
Yeah.
I had seen it a little bit ago and it's still going.
Yeah, exactly. My bad. I thought you checked it when you got up, so I plugged it in. But yeah,
Yeah, but
I didn't know if it was plugged in.
do you feel like, Ryn, do you feel like more people should, like, so again, do you feel like more people should continue to, like, I guess, follow in his footsteps? You know, so
And
much.
just fix the issue themselves?
Yeah.
I don't. And here's why. I think what he's doing is amazing because he's realized that things are not going to be fixed quickly. But I think really what we have to do is do a reassessment of our government, because we do have a right to education just by being here in this country and by paying into the educational systems through our state taxes and our federal taxes. So it should be re-examined and it should be fixed from the inside, to be honest.
I agree.
It shouldn't take everyone individually going out saying, hey, our government and our state governments are not helping us. I'm going to go fix it. It's beautiful to have an immediate impact, but that's just a Band-Aid. We need surgery, right? Like, we need to kind of look deeper and say, why is it the case that in this area, we're not getting the funding to educate our students properly?
That's real, because
So
I grew up in that area. So
Yeah.
I grew up in that area.
You went to
so I
school,
feel
right?
you.
Like, you went to college.
Yeah, I graduated
How long
college.
did you- how long were you in college?
3.5 years. I finished
3.5
early.
years. Well, so how long you been in college?
2 years.
2 years, and then Q's been in schools. What,
Going
7
on
years?
8.
Well, yeah,
this
he's
is my
going on
8th.
year 8. So like, and y'all all went to schools. Where'd you go to school at?
Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles and then
Okay.
in Spain for part of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Like, I've never went to college. I've never went to an orientation. The farthest I've went to is saying, "Hey, I want to come here." I took an assessment test. That was it. That's as far as I've went.
Mhm.
Can y'all explain to me, to somebody who doesn't understand how that shit works, like what are some things that need to be fixed in terms of like our education system?
I mean, at first, like she said, are we talking higher education?
Yeah, or high school, right? I was like,
we talking
LeBron's is more like I was
grade-
talking high school.
Well, yeah, I
because-
know.
because
Well, yeah, I
there,
know
bro,
LeBron's is
because they don't got no money, G. That's what it is. That's it. But that's also
No, they just spend their money in the wrong places.
Precisely,
Like,
precisely.
Our defense
It's priorities for
budget
the
goes
state.
up
Oh,
80
yeah.
billion.
I am
You take
with
that
that
80
shit.
billion
That's what I'm
to
saying.
fix
I will
all
say that.
public school systems.
Yeah, that's
I would
true.
say
right
that
away.
because
But-
in my high school, really quick,
Mm-hmm.
they got approved for like a $350,000, like, like, hey, here's some money to, like, for your school, like, to improve it. They spent it making a fucking canopy walkway so you would know which doors to walk into to the school.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
right.
can't get new lockers.
Yeah, that's
Or-
right. Well,
like,
see, I feel all that, but my school, bro,
You-
my school used to run out of lunch.
But you have to understand,
So I feel you on that, bro. We didn't have
America
anywhere
is
to walk.
like
But if
like
you-
30th in their education, in
1,000%.
their public school system
That's
in
what
the
I'm-
world.
What I'm
So
getting at is the bread's there is just
our shit's trash.
it's a lot of demographically. It's a lot of demographic disparities, bro. Because like I said, so my school ran out of lunch, bro. This is a school that ran out of
Yeah,
lunch, bro.
that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So like, exactly. But if you drive 15 minutes, this school is like the most richest school in the area. You see what I'm saying? They have like a whole new stadiums. They get 2 lunches. They get like free.
And was that one
extra
also
stuff.
public or was that one a private school?
It is a public school. It's super public.
That doesn't make any
So
sense at all.
that's
you
what I'm
know?
saying. So it's also, I feel like that's a huge, and that's decided by other people. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure the people in
Redlining,
Gary,
voting.
the people in Gary are like, all right, this is how much money we got. So we got to make this work. Whereas in Hobart, they like, okay, we got all this money. We don't know what to do with it because it's a surplus. You see what I'm saying? And then somebody somewhere is allocating that money to this place. Like when I went to school,
Jalen
bro,
Rose said that. He was like, man, in public schools, your funding is dependent by your zip code.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm bro, the reason when I knew what it was when I went to the school, G, and I'm like, okay, I'm finna join the football team or whatever. When they said that they had the same football pads that they had when my mama went to the same school, bro. Bro, these pads are 20 years, bro.
So
Bro, think
unsafe.
about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like we are playing. Do you know how many years of sweat that is?
And just
But what
how
I'm-
little protection it's offering you when you're colliding bodies. Like, you know,
Exactly.
like your
20
physical
years.
Exactly.
being is at risk.
It's like his
Exactly.
Imagine. Oh, exactly. Think about.
So that's what I'm saying.
How much
Pillows get old after
Think
like
about
2
how
years.
much
Like, you can't even get the fluff on the
Same
pillows. Like,
pillow.
imagine a pad.
I was gonna say, yeah. Think about how much damage your car has took if it went through 20 years of hitting potholes.
Yeah, come
And
on.
and I guess it ain't 20 years. It's like 15 or 18 years or something.
It's
Whatever.
still
Regardless.
crazy.
Yeah.
After
Regardless.
5, I'm sketchy, bro. Like, hey,
Exactly. But that's what I'm getting at. So like we used to run out of lunch, like I said, and we got the same whatevers. But when I went to my friend Luke crib, he like, yo, my school having a potluck open house barbecue for anybody that want in the neighborhood, you know, like just stuff like that. So
and I think that's
I
why
think
a lot
that's
of
a big-
schools
that's
are
a big
so.
thing.
I think that's why my school, like Central, is so heavily like relying on sports. Like
Exactly.
sports is what got us to where we're at. You know, we got
Exactly.
9 state basketball championships. We
we in
have like
Indiana,
yeah, we got like 14 volleyball state championships. Like when we
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Central was the shit in volleyball.
Yeah.
It was like us, Cathedral, which is I think it's in Nap, and
Mm-hmm.
then like I swear it's called like Assumption or something like that. But,
but,
they're-
but y'all was good because y'all was good at
yeah,
sports,
we
and that's
all
what
like
kept y'all
us
money
three.
going. That's
Us
what kept
three,
y'all
we
money
were
going.
like routinely like in our prime, we were like routinely ranked top 5 in the nation.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And Burris.
Yeah.
Burris too. Burris has like 23 in volleyball state championships. They won like 18 straight.
But like you said though, it ain't got nothing to do with them learning.
Yeah, it was just
With the-
strictly
with the
school.
books. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was just strictly athletics.
Exactly.
And I think that's what keeps a lot of the schools that are don't have a lot of public or school funding rely so heavily into sports.
Exactly, but that's not good though. That's
It's not.
That's bad.
I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
Q,
and-
what was yours like? What was your school like?
I went to a nice school. Bro.
Dude, so did I. So did I.
My mom worked her ass off, and we went. I could have gone to a bad school early in life, but she
put you in the
were
situation.
In a very good school with
Did you go to
a
private
lot
school,
of white
Kate,
people.
for high school?
No, I didn't. Hell no. But it was a public school, but
It was
the
in a nicer
district is
area.
very rich, but it doesn't matter because even in the the middle class school, our coach, we found out that our coach was stealing money from our wrestling team, and he would tell us we had to pay for tournaments. And every Saturday we would go to a wrestling tournament. Well, for 4 years he told us we had to pay to get into the tournament and for the hotel. But we found out a couple years later that shit's all funded for like through the school.
he was just-
That's
he was just pocketing the money.
cold.
He was just
Yeah.
like, I'm finna be super chaperone. I'm finna
Yeah.
come on.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's
so
like, he got the
I
bag.
can see that. I mean, that
Yeah.
shit like that don't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
While y'all eating Burger King, he was over there eating Red Lobster. Yo,
he
well, actually, you
renovating
wrestling.
his house and
You
shit.
you
yeah.
wrestling, so you can't eat. My bad. You make it wait. Yeah. But yeah, so
But yeah, no. So I think with schools though, you can't blame the schools, and it's a lot of like your city council.
Yeah,
and then,
like you
That's what
said.
it is.
and
It's the
then
voting and the
I hate
redlining.
the whole you need to go vote and change the person because I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, this, that. Them motherfuckers get in that position and they
And do
get
what they want.
bribed, and then
Exactly.
like, everything's all so it starts with like, I don't know, bro. I hate hearing the 2020 we need to change things because even if it's not Trump, it's going to be someone else who's a fucking dickhead who next thing you know, something's happening with this and motherfuckers got all our money, bro. All those corporations have all our money. They're the ones who fucking own everything, and
Okay.
we all fucking work 9 to 5s and have to go here and do
Say that.
this, and we put our kid in this school, but really the motherfucker who runs the school's budget is getting fucking a little bit more money because motherfucker, some contractor wanted to build a football field or some shit. It's just all fucked up, bro. Or administration fucking they get paid more instead of the teachers, so it's
So
I
you
mean,
saying, like you were saying,
I'm
it
saying
needs a from the inside out. It
I
just
think
needs to
that people
revamp
need to
all the
take
way.
more power and control over things as
Yeah.
a whole, as us
Exactly.
regular people, as opposed to I'm gonna go vote for some dickhead who thinks that we think they might have our special like a good interest, but really they're just an
Exactly.
asshole who allocates
Exactly.
money in all the wrong places. So I really don't blame the education system in the schools of why they're fucked up. Like I can't. I love
it's the people,
teachers,
or certain
and teachers
people
spend the
position.
most time with us when we're young and when we're the most like pliable. So
It's the
Shout out to
politics
teachers.
behind
So
it.
you,
Yeah.
I would say, so
shout out to all the teachers.
Shout out
Mom's
to
a
teachers.
teacher.
Yeah, I would say
I love teachers, and
I know I've had some dope ass teachers in my life.
Oh
Like,
yeah, hell yeah. That's the reason
some
I'm here.
dope ass teachers. Like I didn't like my my economics teacher, Mr. Jordan. Like that shit, I got a C in that bitch. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that class so fucking much.
Yeah.
Like, and he was just like he kept it real. Like,
You could tell he was a teacher and he wasn't
he
trying
was
to get a
teacher.
paycheck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
he was like, I'm
Because
fine.
like he would explain something like the worlds of economics and stuff, and he would put it in a way to where you can relate to it. He was like, so basically,
I had a teacher like that.
you know, this is what it is. But to put it in like reality terms, you ever have a moment where you look at your paycheck, yada yada, yada, or whatever? You see what I'm saying? Some form of that way. And like I said, even though I learned this, I got a C in it. Like I feel like he put me on so much more like real game.
Hell yeah.
You know, not just the books. Like there'd be days where he'd be like, close the books. This is what we gonna talk about. This is how we gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly,
You know?
exactly.
It's kind of like the meme I seen on Instagram. It was like, when you at a job, black people always be like, this is what they teach you.
But this is what you really
This
gonna
is
do.
how, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Like, yeah,
But yeah, he really wanted to teach you instead of go
Nobody-
like chapter 1, chapter 2.
nobody told you this, but this is how we do it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Type shit. So, like, he was one of those teachers. And, I mean, like, he dope as fuck. You know, I wish more teachers were like that. But, like every other job, there's people who are strictly out there just for the paycheck. You know?
Well, yeah, I had a teacher like that. His name was Mr. Lot. And he used
Granted, some of the teachers
Them
that were
motherfuckers don't make that much money at all, though. So I don't know, bro.
I
A
mean,
lot of teachers, especially in the
when I say
in the like more like lower class areas, they make like as much as we do.
Yeah, like
Going to-
40,000. Like
Shoot,
40,
less
45,000.
than that, bro. 33 in places like that. I get
Yeah.
go look
Well,
up
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
median salary of a high school teacher in Indiana.
I bet you. Yeah, I bet
Oh,
you
yeah,
it's
I
like
bet you.
it's
less
between like
than
30
40
and
I
50.
get.
Yeah, I bet
I-
you
It's
they're
probably
not
like
making that at
30
all.
and 40.
Until you get tenured and you're 10 years in and you start making 65, 70 and you can't get fired, but you're
Yeah,
Oh
but until
yeah,
you
the
get
same
tender-
coach, the same wrestling coach, motherfucker got in trouble last year for like harassing girls. Yeah, and
Why?
yeah.
It's always a coach. It's
Right.
always a coach.
Yeah, I had a coach like that. He was super
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I had one too.
It's like,
He was
yeah.
the
And it's always the
He was the girl
wrestling
soccer-
coach.
He was
What
the-
the
he was the gym
fuck?
teacher. It
Nah,
be-
mine
them
was,
are the-
Yeah,
He
Jim,
was
yeah.
the gym
yeah.
teacher.
It was always some athletic. Mine was the girl soccer coach.
Dude was crazy though. I mean, not crazy. Like when I say that, my bad. He had a literal mental problem, and I was like, "Y'all hired the gym coach to get a mental problem?" He was like crazy. Like, yeah,
Well, that's
Yeah.
all they can hire is the crazy person because
because it's in the hood. You're right. No. Well, in my situation,
and no, it's true
My
though.
situation, yeah.
It's
Don't nobody
true
wanna
in
work
the
there.
hood. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
We had
And
a-
especially in the lower class areas.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. My school had 4 riots a year, bro. 4 riots a year. I'm talking about nobody in class. You just see trash cans and basketballs just flying across. People punching the
Like the
principals.
movies.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have been one.
It's
would
because you
wanted
guys
to
didn't have any more
experienced
lunch, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. They was hungry.
Yeah.
It was hungry.
Bitch,
and
where my
hungry.
pizza at, man?
And no, it's 100%.
Did y'all have the square? Did y'all have the square pizzas?
Nah.
Ew, dude, that shit was so nasty.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
and then
did.
the
We
food
did.
you
We
do
did. We
get
did.
is
It
nasty
tasted like hot
and low
gummy worms.
like bad calories
Yeah, it
and
tastes like
bad
hot gummy
everything.
The
and
melted
you shouldn't
cheese that
be
you can just
eating that.
pull off your nachos.
Mhm. You don't know that. This is Indiana right here. You don't
It
know
is-
about
it is
this.
it.
This some.
You ever had government cheese?
No.
I seen it. I ain't eat it though. But
you know. Okay, think of Velveeta. Yeah. All right, now, yeah.
but way worse.
Now, great value it.
Like if you just buy it and it say
Disgusting.
block of cheese.
Yeah. With a serial number on the side.
Y'all funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. So Ryn, do you have any inspirations? As far as like your music career, does anybody? Yeah, I guess anybody inspired you, or what made you even start to begin that?
Sure.
You know.
I actually sang before I talked. So my
Oh,
first
okay.
words ever when I was a baby were Farashaka. Like I was singing Farashaka to my grandmother. So I don't remember that obviously, but that's the story that was told to my grandma and my
Exactly.
mom. And it means a
Just
lot to me.
that's
It
it.
resonates. Yeah, they gave me a mic when I was a kid. Like they always allowed me to do that. I sang in the choir and I sang around. And it also was one of the reasons why I chose to move to LA when I was 17. So
You
know,
were 17.
I was 17. Because my birthday's in October, so I finished early.
Mm-hmm.
Enough, yeah.
Nice.
It's
So,
like I'm out.
Yeah, well, my dad said either go to college or the military, right? So I was like, okay, well, I'll go to college in a place where I can do music. So I've been singing for forever. So I really admire the careers, like a lot of it of Lauryn Hill. I know that she's definitely now Miss Lauryn Hill. Let me put some respect on that. But she's had her moments, but I just think that she's just an ultimate talent for sure. I also love Tracy Chapman, and for me, that's
Beast.
someone that can sing her same music and has never deviated from her style or her own writing or her own musicianship and artistry, but can tour and perform for forever. Her music is
Timeless.
it is timeless. And even like last year or the year before, there was that EDM remix of Fast Car. So it's like these are people that are now hearing the music for the first time 15 years later, but it still resonates with this next generation. And that's what I want to do. I really want to make classics. I want to make music that people can hear for forever and not say, oh, that sounds like a 2015 song or a 2020 song. Like there are some songs that we all know, like the auto tunes, right? That was
Yeah.
early 2000s. We're always going to know that. Not saying it's bad, but I don't want to be a wave. I don't want to be a phase. I really want to make music
You're
that can
not
go
here
for
to.
forever.
We say it all the time. You're not here to play now. You're here to play for forever.
Yeah, I want to play the long game. I really do. And I think that's why it's so important to me in the music that I make that I always have live instruments on it. I think that sounds and effects are they're fun and they're trendy and they definitely make people think of certain decades and times. But for me, like musicianship and that camaraderie of just coming together in the studio with your guitar, your keyboard, your percussion, whether it be hand percussion or a drum set, that's going to be forever. The sound of a guitar, the sound of a piano is always going to be relevant. It always has been, always will be.
Trying to be a pioneer of your generation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
by
that's
just sticking to the basics, sticking to what was invented, right? Like the keyboard, no synth. Let's just play. Like when you hear chimes on my music, someone literally took a stick and drew it, like dragged it down the chimes. Like we played all of that live. So,
What's your favorite instrument?
my favorite one,
Kid, what's yours too?
I'd say acoustic guitar.
I like drums.
I think
Percussion's
I have
important.
to say the tuba.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing.
Hey, love for the brass, man. I'm not mad at it. Horns
Get
need
in
love
there,
too.
Hey,
I
that's
can't
the
play no
tuba.
instruments.
Like, I don't know why. I always
Well, I'm not
thought
saying
the
to play. I was
saxophone
saying to
was the
listen
dopest
to.
shit ever.
Saxophone's sexy.
Saxophone.
Shout out to the
was
clarinet. I'm telling you,
Clarinet.
I played.
Did you- I was gonna say, did you
clarinet
play
in
clarinet
sixth
in high-
grade? Yep, and then the trumpet in seventh.
In California, they make you play the flutophone at least. Like
Yeah.
you have to play it as one of your.
No, I played the
instruments.
clarinet. I didn't play. I actually played a clarinet with the wood piece. The wood.
on.
Oh,
I
you went
promise.
old
You were
school. You were
really
I
old.
didn't play a recorder. I played
That's
the
why I
fucking
played the recorder
yeah.
or flutophone.
I
Yeah.
played the fucking clarinet,
Clarinet.
and
You
then the
in there.
trumpet, and I was terrible at both.
But you got that ear for music, though. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. Yeah.
I'm not a guitar player by all means, but like when someone's playing a guitar, I think just the portability and just someone just being able to carry it anywhere and just sing right there, it's beautiful. So
Yeah, my second favorite instrument is probably the bass guitar.
bass
I
is cool.
I
Bass
like a
is really
piano,
cool.
G.
I like me a
That's-
sick bass line,
Yeah.
boys.
My next one's definitely a piano.
Piano.
A grand.
Boom, 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 boom.
He's ready.
That's a good instrument too.
Fender, if you want to sponsor Q
your
as
voice.
well, like he's
Exactly.
ready for that bass sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, shout out to 1500 or nothing. Produce my next album.
Nah, he's like, nah, fuck
Make
it.
it sound
Go
like
look
shit.
at
Yeah.
Nipsey's.
Yeah.
Go look at Nipsey's production credits. Tell me how many
Oh, yeah.
1500 or nothing people you see. It's almost every song.
Oh, yeah, I can believe
Them
that.
motherfuckers are
Hey,
nice.
Beast.
I'll say,
Nah, they're
they,
serious.
I'll say
Yeah.
when they did their thing with Victory Lap, though, shout out that boy Nipsey. That shit's hard. That's in
Yeah.
my,
Yeah,
that's my,
still one of my rotations.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say it's in my daily rotation. Like,
Yeah.
no lie.
Right hand
And they run an open mic, also like a place to feature in LA every Tuesday night. It's called Unplugged LA at the Study in Hollywood. And so every Tuesday night they have curated artists. I have been fortunate enough to be featured there. I played there in June, but they have curated artists. Sometimes they have curated comedians as well that come up and actually are booked for that night. But at the end of it's a jam session. Just jump up, play an instrument, sing, do your thing on stage too. So they allow for people that weren't booked to still kind of be exposed. So yeah,
That's
They got
awesome.
a cool situation going on. They have one in Oakland now too. They just opened. So
I'm moving into spoken word, so
hey, hey.
one
You
day.
got some,
The
you got some
move.
spoken words you got to drop now?
No,
They
I
feature
don't.
those
I
too?
haven't. I actually haven't started, so I'm one of those people who say I'm
Spoken
gonna do
word and
something
bass.
then don't do
That's
it.
Q's next moves
Yeah.
right there.
I said what?
Spoken word and the bass guitar.
bass,
That's
yeah.
his next
Come
move.
back.
Yeah.
We're going to have
Well,
to start
Starting the
having
wave.
When you
I'm
guys come back for
starting the
season
wave.
2, he's gonna be playing
Season
both of
2.
those, like
While eating chicken. Yeah, like
Right?
yeah.
While
Yeah.
eating chicken and eating fruit.
In
mangoes,
my bandana
big mangoes.
because it's gonna be fucking hot.
That's
Yeah, man.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, next
Okay, hold on. I have a question. You're from San Diego, so you know about San Diego weather. So is this like abnormally hot
It is.
time
It
right
is.
now
Yeah.
for you?
Global
Yeah.
warming, man. This is rough.
Yeah.
We feeling it.
Yeah, this is not normal. And the humidity has been what's most odd. We are a
Yeah,
desert.
yeah.
We forget that California's a desert because we have beaches, but we
Yeah.
are a desert. So dry, it happens.
Southern
but this
California
humid.
is a desert.
Yeah.
Northern California is an.
There
I'm
is
sorry.
a distinguishment. There's a
I'm-
distinction. Like, yeah.
We have beef. I'm sorry.
It's still
because
from earlier.
they're
It's still
just
about the
jealous that they're
highways.
not better. Like
Yeah,
that
you
we have all the
typical
money in all
SoCal
of Hollywood.
person hating on NorCal. I swear. I swear. We don't hate
I
like that
thought
in
that
Northern California.
Northern California stopped at the Bay
Yeah.
Area. That's at least where the
Yeah,
importance of it is. Like, so.
Tahoe is
Burn,
north of
burn.
Sacramento by like 150, and Tahoe is staple California right there.
You
Shout
right.
out to
But down here,
Redding
we can
if
just
you
go to
want
like
go
Reno
there.
or Lake Havasu. Like, you don't have to go all the way up there for that stuff.
I don't.
Like,
Reno is so. I hate Reno. I hate Reno.
That's a Reno,
Never
California?
go to
that's
Reno, dude.
Nevada.
Dude,
Okay, you talking about
never
Nevada,
perform
okay.
in Reno because that means you're washed, bro.
I seen the
In
show,
Reno.
and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah, no, Reno is not fun, bro. Reno smells like cigarettes outside everywhere. Everywhere you go, it smells like cigarettes in Reno.
You
I'm telling you.
He said it's.
Yeah,
That's super funny. Yeah, but no, the weather's not normal.
Yeah.
It's super humid. It feels like Florida.
yeah.
And it's
Feels like
weird.
a
I'm ready for it to
tropical
be over.
I don't know about all that. Like, I still don't think y'all like truly experience humidity. Like,
I
Bro,
have.
this
I,
is
I
humid.
was 2 months in Cuba. Like,
was
come
gonna
on.
say,
Like,
well,
it can't get any
granted,
wetter than
very
that.
humid.
well,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
that's-
well, mine
Doesn't
is the
get
fact
any wetter
that
than
you
that,
travel.
like-
But
Yeah.
your
Mine's the fact that
humidity is
She went
different.
to
This
close
is
to the
next to
equator
the
than we all
ocean,
been.
so you're
Yeah.
constantly like. I feel like I'm freaking. Dude, you should see my pants. They're fucking soaking wet right now, bro. Wait till I get up. My
I think
pants
we're
are
all a little bit
soaking
damp.
fucking
Like, we're all
This
a little
fool's
Yeah,
moist.
we
been
all in here
has a
glistening.
glisten, dude.
Yep,
Yeah,
I've
you
been
been-
I
glistening
see
for a
you
while.
dripping sweat.
Oh, bro, I'm been crying.
Came
I've
through
been
dripping.
crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I still feel like, well, granted, it's different because you visit other countries where
Yeah.
the climates are obviously more tropical and more, much more humidity. But like San Diego, they like, oh my gosh, it's so humid out here. I'm like, bro,
Wait till you
take
get
a
that
take a flight
to
to
Chicago.
the to the Midwest
Florida.
in the middle of like right now in the
Or
middle of
Florida.
August where you got like 95% humidity when you walk
100%
outside.
shit.
Yo, or even 100%.
You can't even
walk
breathe
out.
when you first hit the airplane. You're like trying to. I'm trying to be like, oh shit, you gotta catch the air.
You know when when you're outside and you watch cars go by, you see the fumes or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
now imagine that, just seeing it everywhere, but it's not the fumes, it's just heat.
Yeah,
that's
you
just
see the waves.
That's just hell
I've
rising.
seen it. Like,
That's
yeah,
hell
it ricochets off
rising.
the things. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
wavy,
everything looks
yeah.
like the beginning of a mirage. Everything's extra wavy. Like, yeah, nigga,
That's
that's
it.
you burning, bro. That's you burning.
You are.
You
on
walk
fire.
outside 15 minutes, you got 3 showers lined up.
rotisserie,
coming back.
nigga,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat oven roasted.
Shout out to the warming oceans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit.
If you didn't know, the ocean temperature was broken, the highest in Scripps Pier, twice in a row. So they've been recording the data for 115 years, and it was the hottest the ocean's been at Scripps Pier last week in 116 years. Then 2 days later, that record got broken. It was hotter
Oh
again by
my
0.2
gosh!
degrees.
What was the
2
temperature?
days later.
78.6, and it's 10
Bath
degrees higher than the average at this time. 10 fucking degrees.
Hey, that is a
bananas.
lot. That
If
is
That's
for the
significant.
ocean,
For the
the
ocean, bro, the
ocean
whole
is a
ocean, like-
huge, yes,
exactly.
that thing
That's
is a
massive.
heat sink. Like, water is
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for the
10.
polar bears. Like I'm dying thinking.
Yeah, they
about
probably
it.
like, man, bitch, where's my pool at?
Yeah,
Why do I got a
exactly.
jacuzzi now?
Penguins
Bruh.
over there is not having happy feet right now.
No happy feet.
I mean, that's not a joke. I'm laughing at the
seriously.
No, like my
Yeah.
favorite
I'm
animal
I'm laughing
are
at
polar
the comment.
bears.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
guys-
laughing.
Yeah,
at
it's
the-
not
at the
something
penguins.
bad.
If you guys want to see glaciers, you better go
now.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the next 5 to 10 years, because in 2030, they're going to be gone. bro.
Well,
If-
a lot
if
of
it keeps
California
on-
will be too, because when the oceans rise, like we're gonna lose part of our land. You know.
It won't be too bad.
Yeah.
You'll just have to.
Just the
Pacific
beach
Beach
houses
is
get
going to be,
lost, like-
yeah. But they
Malibu,
should have known
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
don't
day
matter.
that
Yeah,
shit's
they'd
going to
be
get
alright.
washed up anyway.
Yeah,
so
they'd be alright.
people were stupid 100 years
Yeah.
ago for building on the beach anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like now they're gonna pay for it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yep, well, now you
It
got
is-
like that's
you made the
you
choice,
make
so
mistakes.
You made
I
your
mean,
bed and I lay in it.
yeah, they got enough money to buy another one. No, I'm just playing. Maybe, but
Yeah, places like Miami though are literally lifting their cities, like the ground.
Mm.
They're actually like the whole city is. They have
Elevating.
a huge project to lift the city.
they're
yeah.
lucky they can afford it. Imagine all like the poor
Yeah.
small towns that are in Florida.
yeah.
on the
Yeah,
water, too. It's
how
like, well,
stupid
tough
is
luck.
that? Like, you know, it's gonna fucking the ocean's gonna come up there. So instead of moving, you just
Moving,
like
you just-
let's go up.
let's just go higher, bro.
Let's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Let's make the beach longer.
become the next Venice. Just be like
What a-
the water city.
Exactly.
You know, like yeah.
We just in here. You got your boat for the day? Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
we finna
trade
go
your car for a
kayaking.
boat and just make
Yeah.
it work. Like
You trying to go to the grocery store? Let's hop into
That's kind of dope. I
canoe.
mean, a floating
traveling
house would
by
be cool.
boat?
yeah.
Traveling by boat. You said you went to.
I've been to Venice, Italy.
I would
Yes,
say
I've been
they-
to Venice. There are
they
no
travel in
cars.
boats.
There, even like the trash truck is a boat. So like in the
What?
morning when
What?
they come, yeah, because think about it, there's no roads. Only time you're walking is when you're walking on bridges or like when you're in the
on
road.
the sidewalks.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
everything's in water. So even their taxi, it's called a vaporetto, and it's a water taxi because it's like you hop on that with your
Okay,
public.
question. How
bus
long
pass.
does that take? Because I got a job that I got to be there at 9.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't got time
No, it's
to
quick.
run in no boat jams.
It's
Exactly. You
quick.
think
It's
Uber
quick.
part of that?
No, I don't
No.
think Uber was out there. But like, yeah, no, there isn't. It's. I mean, we were on the main canal. It was just me and myself, but I was on the main canal. And I went from San Marco Square to Rialto, just to go see stuff. And I hopped on the Vaporetto to ride, and it's like 15 minutes. But it's
Oh,
nice because
okay,
like you can just
okay.
see and yeah.
I was about
Get
to
to
say,
soak
like,
it up.
Hey,
Beautiful.
bro.
No,
Like,
it's
look,
fast.
man.
I got somewhere I gotta be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
But
don't
think
go
about it, if that's their
swimming.
only transport, like they're mad efficient. And if you're going even closer, of course, you can be with the gondoliers, or you could just walk across the bridges. But it's funner for me to ride on the Vaporetto.
Yeah, no, I think that's way more interesting.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
Do
Venice
the
is a
dudes
beautiful
actually
city.
sing? Like, what about
They do not sing. They do not
When the moon
Yeah, I don't know.
hits your eye like a giant pizza
know.
pie.
I know what song that is,
That's
but
All right.
y'all hilarious. Y'all
Yeah.
hilarious. So, did you want to bless us with your voice on here? Did you want?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I guess let me plug this one. I'm releasing a song called Laughter Lines this fall. And
Ooh,
I
yeah.
wrote this song. Yeah, I'm super excited. So it will be my first official release, first official single that I'm putting out under my name that I've written both the music and the lyrics as well as the piano composition behind it. It's a piano ballad. And I wrote it about in response to an interview from a celebrity that I had seen when the celebrity was asked why she doesn't smile. And she's someone that's successful, wealthy, married, has children. And her response was, I don't smile because I don't want to get wrinkles. And for me, I'm looking at this person who has literally everything that you could possibly want, right? A beautiful family, beautiful kids, husband that loves you, money, success. You're able to work in what you love to do every single day. And I'm like, man, if smiling gives you wrinkles, then fuck that. I want to be the wrinkliest person ever with the person I love, right? Where it's like I want to have a life that shows on my face when I'm older that I was happy.
She didn't want to get wrinkles.
Yeah, so in her pictures, in portraits with, if I said the name, you'd know, but I don't even want to plug her. Yeah. But like, in portraits with her family,
I want to know.
Kim Kardashian. But she's like, so here you are, with your family and like your kids beside you, and you're like,
shit.
well, anyways, so that was what it sparked me. I thought it was silly, and so I wrote this song actually in response to that. It's called Laughter Lines. So I took the concept of wrinkles and renamed it and kind of owned it.
I was well, the reason why I'm saying that is just like I more power to her in terms of how she got whatever it is that she got, and how she got it. I don't really care about that shit, but like I just don't respect. There's not much about her that I respect.
I'm with
like,
you.
She just did I seen on Instagram again. Her daughter North asked her how she got famous, and she was like, "Oh, we have a TV show." Bitch, you lying to your child already? Like,
I mean,
you didn't tell her that you did porn? Like, damn, you're very open.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna tell him that she.
But I'm saying, like, wait till she
camera?
learns how to use Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, did you not think about that? Did you not think about that? Like, so for her to be like, man, whatever.
That's exactly.
Like,
but that's kind of what you're saying, though, right? Like, you got all this stuff.
Well, So
right,
the purpose was, that's why I didn't want to say the name. You're actually the first person even said it. I usually don't even mention that. But
I'm all for the name dropping.
Thank you for
appreciate you for name dropping.
Because it isn't about that. It's more about kind of this concept in Hollywood about like your beauty and the way you look being the most important thing, being more important than love, more important than family. And I don't agree with that. So I wrote a song in response to that about the beauty of aging with someone. It's called Laughter Lines.
Getting unplugged with it. Activated podcast unplugged. Ryn Nicole.
Yeah. So I'll just sing the hook. Yeah. I guess as opposed to the verses, just to kind of get to it. But it goes like this. I hope that when you're 52, your eyes still light up like they do when you see me walk into a room like now. Hope that when we're 85, our faces full of laughter lines, so people will know walking by that you and I were laughing all the time. They'll know that you and I were happy all the time. They'll know from looking at our laughter lines. Yeah, so that's how that one goes. So yeah.
Okay, better.
It's a cool song. It's a cool song.
I like that concept though. Like that concept is deep. Yeah, because that's a thing.
Choke on this.
Yeah, so that
deep.
one's coming out, and then I've got some stuff to follow up with it too. That'll be released kind of quarterly afterwards. So a lot more jazz influences and stuff that's recent too. So yeah, I'm excited.
When is that dropping? Did you say?
That should be October or November. I'm waiting on the official date to still
so
pull
no
up.
official
But
date
yeah,
yet,
but fall of this year, and it's gonna be followed up with a visual about 3 months afterwards too that I will release and I will plug.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, we gotta have you back to plug that.
No, I'd be
Plug
happy
that
to.
in.
Happy to.
We're unplugged right now, but when that song's coming,
plug it in.
We'll plug it officially.
Hell yeah.
Shit really gonna get activated. You feel me?
Yeah.
So do you have a current project that you are promoting? And then with that being said, do you have any upcoming events, gigs, shows?
Yeah,
whatever?
I'm actually playing tonight in Long Beach at this place called Ferns. So I'll be there tonight with my good friend Theo, who's hosting that. And then starting again next week, I'll be back at the Pocket LA, which is in Culver City, playing there as well too. So the best way to possibly to follow me and where I'm singing, because I'm singing all the time, is on my Instagram. It's at Ryn Nicole, RynNicole. I'll be posting, of course, the release date too when I get that officially for the song, as well as for the visual. And it'll be accompanied with a visual release, visual screening party as well too. So that's all going to go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So that's definitely the best way.
Yeah, as long as activated, could get up in a little release
By all
party.
means, yeah. It'll be in Inglewood, so it'll be a good time. Yeah.
So I guess before we wrap this up, we have a moment where our good friend, preacher, comedian,
preacher, I don't know, qualified
motivational speaker, Real Walter Ford gives us a boop quote. So I think we're gonna give the floor to him and let him, like I said, spread the good cloth talk of the day.
I don't know how to go off of what we were saying earlier. No, I'm just playing.
Sustainability.
You and this sustainability, bro.
There it is.
Every quote about sustainability is about like keeping the earth clean.
No, dude,
which is what we need to do.
yourself, man. You gotta work to sustain your life, bro. You can't just
Sustainability.
work to get something and then not sustain it, bro.
You
Doesn't
right.
work like that.
You right.
Boop.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
That was cute.
That was the boop quote of the day.
Started
Yeah.
That was the
spoken word
interlude.
career right there.
That
Started
was the
spoken word
intro.
career.
That was the intro. The boo
Dropping
intro.
knowledge.
No, but I'll make it short, quick, and to the point though. This week I had a couple different epiphanies. I woke up and then I realized what are we all really going for, and what really makes happiness. And then somebody earlier they said something beautiful. They said she was told not to wish people to be happier, just wish for people to have peace, because when you have peace, you'll be happy. Because there's no possible way you're going to be happy at all times.
And
Like
without
when you
having
get sick,
peace, you can't have happiness without peace.
exactly. But you just can't be happy at all times, because we get sick. When you get sick, you're not going to be happy. When you hurt yourself or fall, you're not going to be happy. So it's no possible way to be happy at all times, but it's possible to be at peace with yourself at all times. So the quote that I had, I actually put it on my little You Dig before. It says, happiness, true happiness, is an inner quality. It's a state of mind. If your mind is at peace, you're happy. If your mind is at peace, you have nothing else. But my bad, I messed that all up. If your mind is at peace, you're happy. If your mind is at peace, but you have nothing else, you can be happy. If you have everything in the world, you can give pleasure, possessions, power, but if you lack the peace of mind, you'll never be happy. And that's by Dada Vaswani. Essentially what I got from that is, like I was saying before, within yourself, as long as you know who you are, you know your truth, you know what you stand for and your purpose, then whatever outside stimuli happens in your life, whatever chaos, all the things that we can never control in our universe, as long as we control our inner peace and inner self, none of that matters. None of it matters. None of it can ultimately affect you and affect your destination or your purpose or your drive to where you're going for in your life. I feel like everybody right now, we think our happiness is, like it says, in our possessions and to be happy. I won't be happy till I have this. I'm gonna be happy as soon as they put like a time or a fixed limit on happiness. I'm gonna be happy when I once this. And in reality, once you get that, your brain automatically goes on to the next thing that you want, because our brains, the way it works, we always want something. We always want to have to reach for something, and
It's always your brain has always been taught to like checkpoint things.
Exactly.
It's taught you like, okay, focus on this. When you get to this, focus on this.
Exactly.
When you get to this, focus on that.
Exactly.
We've always been taught to accomplish things in steps.
Exactly. And not saying that that's a bad thing, but in saying that, you still have to have an underlining foundation of inner understanding, of clarity is a better word that I need. Once you have that inner clarity, then you'll have peace. Then once you lose your possessions or you lose your car, I'm still alive. You still got inner peace. Once that person cheats on you, that person hurts your feelings or lies to you, as long as you have that inner peace within yourself, I think Will Smith said it. It's a difference between fault and responsibility. You have to take that responsibility.
There he goes with Will Smith again.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just saying, it's a quote, bro. It's a quote. You have to take the responsibility to pick up the pieces and learn how to make a life out of that. And that's what takes the peace. You know what I'm saying? It takes peace within yourself to have that, because if somebody cheats on you or whatever, you can be happy, but you're not going to be they say be happy, but it's hard to be happy when you're going through anything emotional, traumatizing. But once you find that inner peace within yourself, you can find how to take that situation, whatever it is, and move past it or proceed to your higher self and make the most out of it. And that's the boop quote, pretty much. Find your peace, inner peace. Bam.
Hey,
Make it quick.
that was
Easy to the point. So thank y'all for listening. I was really feeling that. I was really feeling that.
boop quote of the day from the next best comedian in the world,
Yeah.
Real Walter Ford. But
You have any? You have any shout outs?
Yeah.
That you want
before we wrap
leave
this
them
up, you
with?
got any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, just once again, shout out to Open Canvas, shout out to Writing Sessions America, and Unplugged LA, and The Pocket in Culver City. It's been my home for sure, home base. So yeah, thank you guys for continuing to believe in me and to put me on. So, and shout out Activated Podcast. This has been great. Shout out these people that are here.
Yeah,
like,
hopefully it was
this is fun. It was a good
Tried to be
time.
fun. I feel like we talked about a whole bunch of different topics.
did.
Talked about chicken, talked about fruit, talked about school.
Shellfish that you guys have to get on
Shellfish.
too.
Don't know about that one,
Yeah,
you know.
That was fun.
That was though. We talked about different parts of the world and the countries and Nevada that you can't be born there.
The Vatican.
Talking about the Vatican.
The Vatican.
is its own country.
Yeah, somewhere over there. Yeah.
Somewhere where I can't put my address on it. Like I can't put my
exactly.
name with the address. So, shout out to that area. But hey, y'all already know what it is. It's the Activated Podcast, episode 20. It's your boy Mac 2301. To the left, we got GDQ, the one, the mastermind. The producer, the engineer, man. You want to make some rock hits, man. Come to Death Row type shit. You know what I'm saying? The one who knock the socks off the feet with his jokes and shit, talking about crackheads and police and strippers and shit. The real Walter Ford.
I don't got no stripper jokes yet.
Not yet, you don't.
You got material.
And then, last but not least, the wonderful special guest, very vocal, very passionate, and highly intelligent, Ryn Nicole. Again, we greatly appreciate you for coming through.
Definitely.
You definitely got to
Thanks,
come back
guys.
again.
Love to.
With the Neo Soul. Make sure we get all them hits so we can drop hot fire on the podcast and
yes.
shit.
Make sure y'all check out that laughter lines.
Yes.
Hey, y'all, again, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch us next time. It's the Activated Podcast. We out. Reggie forever.
Boo. He said Reggie forever.